Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Hi Sid and Don, how's it going? Last time we finished Turnabout for tomorrow, but it turns out we still got a DLC case that apparently we were supposed to do, between cases 2 and 3. But I wasn't told that until after, during case 4. So, we're gonna be playing it now. I mean, I guess that's really how people played it originally, right? They played this case, after, since, you know, they probably played the game and then the DLC came out and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect, because, well, obviously this would have been the second DLC case to ever come out in Ace Attorney, right? The first one being Rise from the Ashes, and well, Rise from the Ashes is one of my top 2. It's still a tie between Rise from the Ashes and Farewell My Turnabout. I think are the 2 best cases in the game, and it's just a tie between those 2, thereabouts. Sometimes I like one more, sometimes I like the other more. Then below them, it's probably, yeah, Turnabout Goodbyes and, yeah, Turnabout Goodbyes, Turnabout Trump, Turnabout, Secession, and Turnabout, Stolen Turnabout. Yeah, Stolen Turnabout as well. Chronology of the cases of this game is weird. First 2 cases, then DLC 3, then first part of... Then 1, then the... Well, yeah, that is the chronological order, but obviously you're supposed to play 1 at the start since it's the introduction. But I did... But playing 1 after, in the middle of case 4, I think actually helped me like the story a lot more. So I'm glad I did that. What do I know about this case? Not much, I'm gonna be honest. I know it takes place between cases 2 and 3, right? So between Monsters Turnabout and Turnabout Academy. And there are pirates. That is literally all I know. I have nothing else. So let's just, I'd say we should just, jump right into it. Open the game. Is honestly my favorite of the game. Okay. See, this is a good thing about DLC cases. I think typically with DLC cases, at least, well, my only other experience with DLC cases is Rise from the Ashes, but that one's fantastic because I think being able to just see the whole game in retrospect and then be able to think, okay, you know, I like this, I take that, and then be able to I think that's what made Rise from the Ashes in particular super good, is that they were essentially able to take the best parts of every case in the first 3 games and sort of just distill that into Rise from the Ashes, while also adding in some new mechanics and stuff to sort of lead into Apollo Justice. In the case I don't dislike, and TT is 5-4. This case is like a good version of Big Top. Now that is interesting because I actually like Turnabout Big Top, so that should actually mean I like this game, this case quite a lot. I think my big issue with I think literally my only issue with Big Top is the is the love triangle. If you just take the love plot line out of there, I think Big Top is a good case, but that's not a popular opinion. All right, special episode. Let's go. Turnabout Reclaimed. Let's go. Is really good top to bottom. All right.
My name is Phoenix Wright, head of the Wright Anything Agency and a lawyer. Although I was doing something else entirely for a while there. As for why I decided to formally get back into lawyering, let's just say there's unfinished business to take care of.
Right.
Anyway, I thought I'd reminisce about my first case back on the job. And what a case it was. It happened only a few months after Athena joined our office.
Okay. So we're playing as Phoenix. Already off to a bad start. I'm gonna be honest. That's the last thing I want is to play as Phoenix. Oh! They're fucking fighting in a fucking Ace Attorney game?
Captain Orla! He made it just in time! We be pirates, we love to sail the seven seas. Just a bunch of scallywags who are as free as free.
This is incredible!
Swim through storms and waves, all because you see grand treasure and adventures waiting just for me.
So it's like a... Yeah, it's like a stage show, like a musical. Nice. Okay. That's a strong start. I will give it that. I'm liking this setup. Yeah, 16 mostly better experience before the Fulbright twist, and it just fits timeline wise. Still, it will be fun to actually get to see Fulbright as the Phantom, but like, you know, the extra context of knowing about Fulbright is gonna make it interesting to interact with him, I think. Yeah, I'm mostly just not happy to be playing as Phoenix. Like, okay, to be fair, I would actually say a DLC case would actually be a great time to actually play as Phoenix. If Phoenix wasn't also the protagonist of the game, and he shouldn't be that in the first place, but yeah, so... Today's my first day back on the job as a lawyer. Putting this attorney's badge on again really makes it hit home. Boy, am I pumped. Plus, I don't... Plus, I feel like it also makes more sense for Phoenix's return to the courtroom to be in Turnabout Countdown. I mean, at least that's kind of the feeling I got, because like the judge was like, oh, it's you! So I don't know how that's gonna work unless the judge for this case is the judge's Canadian brother instead of the actual judge, which honestly I wouldn't mind. I like the judge's brother, but like, I don't know, I feel like it kind of takes a bit of the steam out of like Phoenix's whole like return to the return to the defense bench after, you know, during Turnabout Countdown. Like, I feel like that's one of the coolest moments in Turnabout Countdown, and I don't like how him actually taking a case before then actually fits into that. As part of the AJ trilogy, we plays Phoenix Wright most of the time. Yeah, they just needed something to name the trilogy. It's true. But like, even I just think like I'm even like without, you know, the context of the Apollo Justice trilogy, I just think just from a general like narrative perspective, I think playing as Phoenix is just a really bad choice that this game had. Like I really think the game could have benefited from not what it used to be. That is true. I feel like this game could have benefited with just either playing most of the time as Athena and Apollo, or at the very least, if they're gonna have Phoenix in the final case, at least have like multiple perspective switches between Phoenix, Athena, and Apollo during the final case for the different parts of the case, or hell, maybe even just have Apollo take over the case after Phoenix leaves. Like once Aura releases the hostages, Phoenix runs off to check on Trucy, and Apollo takes over the defense. Like, I don't know, something like that. I just feel like every second we play as Phoenix in this game makes the game actively worse. Not just because I prefer Phoenix as a non-playable character, as in like Hobo Phoenix, but just because I feel like it just takes away from Athena and Apollo, who should really be the focus of this game more than anything, especially since they have direct connections to like the events that happened at the Space Center, whereas Phoenix doesn't, you know? Apollo only had one full case, and that was still like, yeah, that's, and like, honestly, I wouldn't mind. I would not mind Apollo having like one case, Phoenix having one case, and then having Athena be the protagonist for the rest of the game. I think that's probably how it should have been, honestly. Yeah, he already is the mentor role. You don't need to blaze him. Yeah, exactly. Treats Apollo with more respect in this game. That's what I've heard. I've heard that as a big Apollo Justice fan, like the character, I will have a lot of fun with Spirit of Justice, so I'm very excited for that. And my issue isn't really with Phoenix being dumbed down, because we know Phoenix is like the master of bluffing. So like, I would honestly believe that Phoenix is just as dumb during the events of Apollo Justice as he is here. It's just that because we don't hear his internal monologue, we don't see that. And so like, he is thinking all this dumb random shit all the time, like he usually does. But we just don't see it because we don't see his internal monologue. But he's just so confident, and everything just happens, you know, he just bluffs and then figures things out after the fact. And to everyone from the outside perspective, like that's how everyone sees Phoenix Wright, as like this like super genius that's like figuring everything out like 50 steps ahead, when in reality he's flying by the seat of his pants the whole time. Like, I think that's also a valid interpretation of his character in Apollo Justice. And that's not that, I do think that's kind of part of why I don't want to play as Phoenix, but I think it's mostly for the sake of like Apollo somewhat, but mostly Athena. I just think this game just did Athena super dirty. Like, if there is an Ace Attorney 7, I want it to be just playing as Athena, because I think she absolutely deserves to have her own game where she isn't. I mean, like, her whole reason to become a fucking defense attorney just got stolen from her because the game wanted you to play as Phoenix Wright to acquit to acquit Black Quill, you know? Phoenix begins he's dumbed down so that he is an OP, like Spirit of Justice 2. I do like that Apollo Justice is the best AJ characterization wise, but he has the jaded energy of someone who wants to get paid. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't expect your mind during turnabout Trump. Yeah, no, I can fully imagine that he's like losing his mind the whole time, but he just doesn't show it because he's just that good at bluffing, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like I would have structured the first case quite differently. I mean, the final case quite differently. I feel like what I would have maybe done is, because I felt, okay, here's just another thing. I don't like the, some people had kind of that card was forged by Trucy in 4-1. That's not a headcanon. That is explicitly stated. The Bloody Ace is absolutely forged by Trucy, because Kristoff took the Bloody Ace home. That's the whole point, right? He took the ace home because the ace would have revealed him as the killer, because it would have revealed that Zack was murdered from behind, that Zack was murdered facing towards the wall as opposed to towards the table. So Kristoff took the card with him. So Phoenix and Trucy essentially forged the card in order to, and then to essentially Kristoff be like, hey, that card is forged. How can you know unless you took the real one? And it was mainly just a way to trick, without Phoenix telling her to do it? Oh, no, Phoenix absolutely told her. Yeah, no. Case because of the Moon Matrix thing. Well, that's kind of my issue with it, Fitter, because even when we do the Moon Matrix, we're still playing as Phoenix. All Athena does is just sets up the Moon Matrix, gives some commentary throughout, but it's like Phoenix or Apollo and Monsters Tournament who's actually like doing stuff with it, you know? And I think this sort of ties into another issue that I've had with Cool Destinies, and I think this was also an issue with Apollo Justice, and that is the return. That is 2-day trials. I think 3-day trials are so good. I don't know why the games are now mostly sticking to 2-day trials. I don't know. Like, it just leaves much less space for plot twists, like, because like you can have a big plot twist at the end of the first day and then you have to go investigate like a whole other area that you hadn't even considered before. feel like we're not letting me play at all. No, hold on. I do want to just get this off my chest real quick before I forget, and then we'll get into the case. I don't like the fact that we're switching to two-day cases, because like the thing is with a 3-day case, right, you can have a big plot twist at the end of the first day, then investigate some new stuff, and then you can have a second plot twist at the end of the second trial day, and then investigate some new stuff and have the big conclusion. I feel like having a 2-day case kind of means that if you do have a big plot twist, then you can't go and investigate more, which I think kind of hamstrings you a little bit. So I feel like, because my theory with and like, okay, turnabout 4, this is 5, yeah, Cosmic Turnabout and Turnabout for Tomorrow, they're technically 1-day trials, because you technically only play 1 day, but I'm gonna combine them as a single 2-day trial, because in reality, they really should be the same case. Oh wait, no, Cosmic Turnabout is 2 days. Okay, so yeah, Turnabout for Tomorrow, yeah, that whole thing is technically 3 days, I believe. But it's more kind of weird because of the whole, like, you don't get to investigate on the first day, so it's just kind of weird. Like 3-day trials, I think most trials should be 2-2, but I think especially for like the big climactic cases, I think should be 3 days. Like, Rise from the Ashes is a beautiful 3-day trial. Like, I feel like the final case of the game should absolutely be a 3-day case. I feel like I think it works to have like the first case be a 1-day case, right, as normal. Then second and third cases can be 2-day cases. Then fourth case can be set up for the fifth case, and then the fifth case can be 3 days. I think that works quite a lot. 4 and 5 are only 2 separate cases because the DLC was originally going to be the part of the base game in case 3, but it was made DLC instead. I see. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I feel like first of all, it would just make sense to have those two be the same. I don't know why I think that was stupid, but that doesn't really change my enjoyment of those cases at all. I think what could have happened, because my theory with going into Turnabout for Tomorrow into the trial was, okay, the main thing here is we need to prove that Black Quill didn't do it by proving that the 2 incidents are linked. Then we can go investigate further and then figure out who the true culprit is. I think that could have worked better. I think it could have been cool to have Athena actually take the defense bench to defend Simon Blackquill. Have her prove Blackquill innocent, therefore even like going so far as to prove herself guilty of the case 7 years ago to prove Blackquill innocent during the case, right? And then after Blackquill is proved innocent, Aura releases the hostages, and we can then investigate the Space Center one more time, and be able to actually find more evidence, because I don't like when too much evidence is revealed during the courtroom. I feel like that's fine, but I feel like a big part of the fun in this game is being able to just like do the investigation, get most of the evidence, and try to figure out things. But when you have this like something like Turnabout for Tomorrow, where it's like where you only have 2 days to investigate, and then you have like your final like really long court day, and like most of the like conclusive evidence gets presented by like the prosecution or by Apollo showing up during that final day. I think it takes away from being able to deduce certain things, I feel like. So I don't know. I'm just thinking. I feel like it would have been better to play as Athena, prove Blackquill innocent. Then that's how then Aura releases the hostages, yada yada yada. Then we go investigate the thing, and then the second day, you can play as Phoenix and defend Athena. Right? I feel like that would have worked. Is a bit weaker. Mayerson getting fully like himself, arguing that Athena was guilty. Oh yeah, absolutely. Edgeworth was absolutely completely out of character in that case. That's another issue that I had. Like, I am personally just gonna rationalize it as Edgeworth being sort of so consumed by the Dark Age of the Law and trying to end the Dark Age of the Law, and that like in his mind, he needs Black Quill to be innocent so that he can end the Dark Age of the Law. But that's the only thing in his mind, and so he sort of starts sort of thinking in the way of the Dark Age of the Law, being like, the ends justify the means, and so he's gonna get Black Quill acquitted by any means necessary, and even if that means convicting Athena, and so he kind of gets consumed by the Dark Age of the Law in his crusade to try to stop it. And I think that would have been a really good way to explore Edgeworth's character. Except that I don't think the game is smart enough to actually do that on purpose. I think they just wanted Edgeworth to be an asshole again for no reason. Is it law? You keep saying the phrase, but it doesn't really exist in the game. I don't know. I know some people don't like the Dark Age of the Law plotline. I understand it. I think, yeah, it's a little weird that, like, people that, like, yeah, there's been forgeries and stuff before, like, with Von Karma and Chief Gant, but, yeah, I feel like, you know, having a, but I don't know, I feel like I can think, like, okay, having this massive, huge, big profile case between Phoenix and, Clavier ends with, like, Phoenix, one of the most famous defense attorneys in the country, gets, you know, turns out he's been forged evidence, and that puts his entire trial record under scrutiny, right? Like, how many of his clients were actually secret killers that he let get away with his forged evidence, and how many innocent people did he get convicted in their stead, right? Like, I think that could be very powerful, and same with Black Quill, being the mastermind behind the, Black Quill killing, Sykes, I forgot what, Metis, killing Metis. Like, I can understand why that would, like, sort of bring about a sort of distrust of the legal system. I just don't think it was executed particularly well, is, I guess, my main thing. Athena's supposed to fix the Dark Age of Law, she's also a lawyer, I don't think the public opinion. Well, it was specifically the fact that, like, a prosecutor was convicted of murder. Yeah. Even worse, he taken the advanced investigation games into account, where he risked everything to save Kay multiple times. Convicting the Phantom would help the public opinion much either way. He should sympathize. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I think it was completely out of character, and I called that out multiple times during the last case. My goat Clavier would have never said something as bullshit. And hell, Edgeworth from, like, Justice for All wouldn't have said something like, oh, those are just trivial details, right? Just, hey, Judge, bring on the conviction. We don't need to examine every tiny little detail, when literally his whole thing in case 4-2 was teaching Phoenix how they should examine every little detail to make sure the perfect conviction is reached. And I could be here talking for 8 fucking hours about how beautiful Edgeworth's character journey is in Ace Attorney 1 and Justice for All, and his sort of flipping of the Von Karma perfect case idea, where Von Karma thought that a perfect case is just a case where he's going to win no matter what, but Edgeworth came to understand that a perfect case is a case in which both the defense and the prosecution do everything possible, and then the facts lead to the correct conclusion. That is a perfect case, and there is no room for doubt whatsoever about the outcome. And that is completely contrary to whatever the fuck he was doing in Turnabout for Tomorrow. And I feel like the game, like, and I'm just gonna say it, I think what's his name? Takeshi Yamazaki, I think? I just don't think Yamazaki is as smart as Shu Takumi is. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna be blunt here. I think if this game was written by someone that was smarter, like Shu Takumi, I think that could have still happened, but the game would have actually commented on the fact that Edgeworth had regressed as a character, and maybe even that Phoenix had also regressed as a character. Like, wouldn't that be interesting, right? Have Edgeworth so focused on ending the Dark Age of the Law by saving Black Quill that he's willing to get Athena convicted, even if it's not a, even reverting to his, like, Turnabout Sisters mentality of, like, oh, perfect win record, I am honoring the Von Karma name, or whatever the fuck. And then on the other side, you have Phoenix that's so blinded by trying to get Athena innocent because of his whole, like, oh yeah, a defense attorney should always believe his client, kind of like how, kind of a mirror of what happened with Matt Onguard in Farewell My Turnabout. And have him so focused on that he's willing to get Black Quill convicted as a result, and then have either Apollo or Athena come in and set them both straight, or hell, Apollo and Athena together set them both straight, and just, you know, the future is now, old man, and make them realize that, you know, that the Dark Age of the Law has corrupted them too, and caused them to regress to where their characters were at the start of their character journeys. I just feel like the game sort of... I just feel like it was just not very competently written. This part of the Dark Age Law stuff at the very end of Prosecutor. Chief Prosecutor fires every dirty prosecutor like Pain and clean things up. Yeah. Blue characterization can be very good when handled. Yeah, exactly. I love character progression. It's like a hero character that becomes this old grumpy man because he just got you know, fed up with like how things were, or like he made mistakes and couldn't own up to them. Like that's like Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. That is legit one of my favorite character archetypes. I love it in basically in any game or movie that uses that archetype. I love it. It's just, it needs to be done well. I must examine every nook and cranny. Yeah, exactly. He's a lesser writer, but still doesn't. Yeah, no. I don't hate this game. I like this game. I think in particular, Turnabout. I do think Turnabout Trump and Turnabout for Tomorrow are. Turnabout Trump, Cosmic Turnabout and Turnabout for Tomorrow. I think they're an actually well-written murder mystery. And I think on a character side, I think Athena and Black Quill are really well-written characters. And Turnabout Academy, I thought, was really well done as well. There's a lot of things to like about this game, and I think Yamazaki's fine, especially during the Investigations game. I really like Investigations 1, I haven't played 2. But I just feel like they were so blinded by trying to bring Phoenix back for the sake of nostalgia, and bringing back Edgeworth to have like, oh yeah, look, the boyfriends are fighting again, that they kind of just... And then they needed Edgeworth to be like... Because, like, if Edgeworth wasn't so much of a bitch in Turnabout for Tomorrow, we could have absolutely gotten an extension for the trial for another day to go investigate more, which I would have quite liked. But I feel like they really just didn't want to come up with another investigation section, so they just decided, okay, we'll make the trial super long, and we'll make Edgeworth a bitch to artificially extend things. Like, I don't know. I just felt like it was very poorly done. Things that Yamazaki also wrote Investigations 2, Pikachu. Yeah, that's the part that I don't understand. Like, that this is the man. Because, like, I haven't played Investigations 2, but even just Investigations 1, like, Edgeworth would... Investigations 1 Edgeworth. Hell, even going back to, like, Justice for All Edgeworth, or even Rise from the Ashes Edgeworth, would never act the way Edgeworth acted in Turnabout for Tomorrow. I thought it was completely out of character, and it could have been well done, you know, if it had been handled well, but it wasn't. And that's, I think, okay. At this point, yeah, I think we're gonna, let's move along. Putting his attorney's badge on really makes it home. Boy, am I pumped. Even Trucy said, looking good, Daddy. So, Athena, Apollo, what do you think of the old attorney's badge? Wow, this ship-shape aquarium show is great. I can't get enough of it. Athena? I still can't believe they showed the swashbuckler spectacular on TV. Good thing I recorded this. Now, who's ready for another viewing? You already watched it 5 times. Let's watch something else now. How can you even suggest such a thing? This show is therapeutic. But boss here, asking you guys a question. What's so therapeutic about watching a killer whale? What? Don't you know anything? Animal-assisted therapy is an established psychiatric treatment. Oh, you're kidding. Okay, that kind of thing really exists? Orcas are adorable, yeah. That's a real thing. I've been to the aquarium myself to try it. It really helps. I still go there every now and then to further my psychology studies. The last time I went, I saw a dolphin and an orca swimming around together. It was so... Hey, do you two think you could quit goofing around and do some work for change? Hold it! Also, hi Ahmed, hi Lovdana. Work? But we've already cleaned the toilet twice each. Hey, wait a minute. Is that your badge I see? Wow, congrats on getting your attorney's badge back, boss. Thanks. All it took was giving Edgeworth a sloppy toppy in the bathroom of the prosecutor's office. I'm sorry, what was that, boss? Nothing. Starting today, I'm officially a lawyer again. Sheesh, took him long enough to notice. Animals just sit there. It's usually dogs and cats. Some are even given as prisoners. Yeah, absolutely. It's yeah, it's really cool stuff. Gee, Mr. Wright, with the badge on, it suddenly looked so capable. Yeah, that is true. He's been watching me as a fucking hobo for the entire time. For like a year at this point. Didi suffers a lot due to nostalgia. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, like, Apollo Justice ends with a case called Turnabout Secession, about sort of Phoenix passing on the torch to Apollo. And then Dual Destinies is like, nah, it's rewind time! Thanks? Sounds like I was some lazy bum, you know? I was fucking playing piano, playing poker, all to pay the bills, all while leading a fucking 7-year-long undercover hidden camera investigation involving, you know, using a new experimental legal system to trap fucking, you know, Christoph Gavin, the man who started the dark age of the law. Yeah, I definitely wasn't doing all that stuff. The prequel to the main adventure. This DLC supposedly takes place between cases 2 and 3. Yeah. I still think I don't like Phoenix getting his badge back at this. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he had the badge on, I think, during Turnabout Academy, if I remember correctly. But I feel like it shouldn't, like, I can understand him getting his badge back, but I don't think he should be standing in a court of law until he comes in Turnabout Counter. Because I feel like if he stands in a court of law for this trial, I feel like that sort of really kind of kills the impact of him returning to the courtroom in Turnabout Countdown, if you will. Official release. Will you wait for the official release of Investigation 2 to play? Yeah, it's less than a month away, I believe, right? So yeah, once we finish Dual Destinies, we're not jumping into Spirit of Justice straight away. We'll wait until Investigations comes out, play Investigations 2, and then after Investigations 2, then we'll swing back around for Spirit of Justice. What made you suddenly so fired up to get your badge back anyways? Ah, well, I made a promise to a certain someone. An important promise. What could be so important? Chasing down the Phantom. Anyway, we have 3 lawyers now, so we better start taking on lots of work. I'm all for that. Let's get this agency hopping. Well, we have plenty of enthusiasm. All we need now are some clients. It's been 8 years since I last wore this badge. I feel like a rookie all over again. And this just in, the owner of the Shipshape Aquarium, Captain Jack Shipley, has been murdered. We love that. What is the murder rate in the Ace Attorney universe? Because it's legitimately like, how many people that like Phoenix either personally knows, or like people that like Phoenix's, that like people at the Wright and Cole office are like fans of, like Maximilian Galactica and shit, or like Will Powers, are either murdered or get accused of murder. Like, it's kind of like the murder rate in this universe is insane. Because, like, most of the time, it's not like, oh, a client comes to Phoenix with a murder case, like, hey, can you defend me? No, it's like, Phoenix is just going about his fucking day normally, and just happens to stumble upon a murder that just happens to happen around him. Suspect in the case is reportedly already in custody inside the aquarium. Isn't that the aquarium we were just watching, Athena? It is, I can't believe it. Murder at the Shipshape Aquarium. But I love that place. We need to get to the bottom of this. Really? I guess I'm in luck then. Oh, hi there! I need Phoenix Wright to save my friend. What in the world is this? Are you a client? Oh god, my pirate accent is not up to date. Are always using elaborate plans to convict someone else? I mean, I feel like if I were to commit a murder, I'd try to get someone else convicted, you know? Might as well. Wait, that costume. It looks just like... I got it. You must work at the Ship-Shape Aquarium. That's right, you minnow it. Yes! We have puns! Let's go! Alright, I'm already in love with this case. I'm Sasha Buckler. I perform like an agile catfish in our pirate show. It'll blowfish your mind. Yes! We are so back! Minnow. Blowfish. Those puns floundered a bit. Phoenix was having fucking flashbacks to Mo. I figured out the client's identity. Chuck went up for analytical psychology. My friend is under suspicion of murder, so I really need some help. That's why I got to find this Phoenix Wright guy. Well, I'm Phoenix Wright. Really? You don't look like a piano player. And this is Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. They're lawyers too. I would like a bar exam question like an Ace Attorney case. I've never seen a murder case where the murderer tried to frame someone. Oh yeah, no, it probably doesn't happen because like most murders are generally not like pre-planned and shit, and most people like it's like, you know, it's like kind of like a crime and punishment type of thing where like someone just like try or like either kills someone in the heat of the moment or like tries to plan a murder, but turns out they're like super fucking bad at it, you know? Like most people don't like commit a murder and then like think like 50 million steps like into the future to like create the most elaborate fucking frame job possible. But I don't know. I feel like they're cool. They make for good murder mysteries. If there's anything you need all you have to do is ask. The same goes for me too, Miss Buckler. Plus, I feel like if a fan of murder mysteries committed a murder, they would absolutely try to frame someone. Haha! Just call me Sasha, and I'll call you all by your first names too, if that's all right. Phoenix, Apollo, Athena. You have to help me. Please save my friend. Guess I better start by asking her some more about her defense request. I'm an attorney! Sorry, sea creatures are the only things I know anything about. That's alright, don't worry about it. Gee, I didn't mean to put her in a funk. Okay, so, right, Athena. Art Young Longer in my agency, special features his very loud voice. Juicy Wright, my daughter, who also happens to be an aspiring magician. Sasha Buckler, employee of Ship Aquarium, who came to me for help. She's a performer in the Swashbuckler Spectacular. Cool. Your defense request. Miss Buckler, Sasha, could you tell us more about why you need our help? My friend is suspected of murdering the captain of Ship Aquarium. Captain? I thought the victim was the owner of the aquarium. Yeah? Well, our aquarium has a pirate ship theme. That's why we call the owner our captain. We call the employees crew, too. That's a perfectly unusual aquarium we've got there. I still don't get why the defense attorney's job is to find out who did the crime if the client is proven innocent. Well, it's not. There is, right, like in, like Cosmic Turnabout. In Cosmic Turnabout, we proved, we proved, Starbuck innocent without actually finding someone else guilty, right? Sure, eventually then it came out that the fingerprints were Athena's, even though they really weren't, because but it, you know, we still got, like, Starbuck innocent without actually having to find another killer. And, I mean, there have been times, where that almost happened as well. But I think it's just... it's just, like... The whole thing is, like, it's not, like, beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt or whatever the fuck. There's no jury. It's just convince the judge, you know? And, like, the judge is very easily swayed. So, like, finding out who the real killer is, though, is honestly a pretty surefire way to convince the judge. So I think that works. My friend is being suspected of the captain's murder. They've already decided she's guilty. I think they're going to give her the death penalty. What the fuck? What? What happened to due process? But my friend is as sweet and gentle as a whale shark. She wouldn't hurt a guppy. I know there's no way she murdered anyone, but they won't believe me. But with a name like Wright, I figured you'd be able to help me set them straight. Wait a minute. Don't tell me she picked you all because of a bad pun. Ouch, I see my reputation doesn't precede me. Seriously, my name can't be the real reason she's here. What's the real reason you picked me, Sasha? Well, to be honest, I asked a whole slew of lawyers, but they all refused. They said stuff like, there's no merit to taking your case, or I'm not sure I can help. They're all cruel as sharks, and hearts prettier than whitebait. Wetbait! Oh, I can really feel Sasha's frustrations. Your pirate accent sounds Irish. It is basically just Irish, yes. I've forgotten how to do a pirate accent, so I'm just doing Irish because it works. It is just, yeah, that is, you know, British Isles is generally, like, kind of piratey. Nobody on her side, she must feel all alone. Helping people like her is the whole reason I became a lawyer in the first place. And then I heard about a lawyer named Phoenix Wright. They say he defends clients to the end, no matter how bleak the circumstances. As my reputation does precede me. Not sure how well deserved it is, though. I thought to myself, if anybody can save my friend, it's you, Phoenix. Quite a tall order there for a man who just got his bat back. But I don't want to let Sasha down. We're her friend. Let's help her, Mr. Wright. Let's save her friend. That's just what I was thinking. Sasha, I'll accept your case. You will? Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver, literally. Well, no time to stand around and mull it over things. I want you to meet my friend right away. Come to Shipshape Aquarium with me. You got it. And I'll go too. Sorry, but I need you to stay here and keep an eye on the office until Trucy gets back. You never know when a new client might stop by. How come I'm the one who has to stay behind? Thanks a million, Apollo. Well, ladies, let's move to the aquarium, shall we? And Apollo gets completely sidelined in his own trilogy. You hate to see it. Sorry, you had too much screen time. Me playing the Apollo Justice trilogy. Where Apollo can't get more than a single case of screen time. The return of the legendary lawyer. It's kind of exciting. Kind of. So, how do I look with it? Wow, you present that thing like a real pro. You must have done it 1,000 times. Never really seemed like enough to just have it pinned to my lapel for some reason. I got wanted to show it off. When I first became a lawyer, I flashed that badge left and right. You still do that, actually. So, what do you think about this case, Apollo? The murder of the owner of Shipshape Aquarium. I can't think with you looking at me so expectantly. I don't really have any ideas. Sorry, I'm not any help. But you are help. As long as you're the one playing office sitter, you're fine. Hey, there's Apollo's favorite word. I think I'll say it a few times too. I'm fine! I'm fine! Are you two making fun of me? My friend is gonna be dead in a month. Oh, us? Of course not. Just shaking your chain a little bit. So, any ideas for us? Well, I think you should give that Swashbuckler video a glance. Starting to become a fan too, huh? I knew you'd like it if you gave it a chance. It's not so much that. I just thought it might give you some leads, seeing as it's the scene of the crime and all. That's a good idea. Take a look when I get a second. I got nothing better to do, so maybe I'll watch it a few times myself. Apollo, please try to find something better to do. He's gonna be doing he's gonna be doing his Court of Steel exercise until we get a fucking noise complaint. Alright, let's head out. To Shipshape Aquarium. July 20, Shipshape Aquarium. Ooh, this place is cool. Just Apollo skipped it because everyone kept bullying him. He is very bullyable. Wow, this is gorgeous. It's just like being under the sea. Yeah, this is the Aqua Tunnel. At Pride and Joy. I'm really glad you like it. I'm going to go ahead and fill the detective in on your arrival. Take a look around the tunnel, and then come meet me at the pool. Head on the right. Hey, boss, look at this cute little fish. I bet it would be delicious grilled. Seriously? Is that really all you can think of? Well, I didn't get to eat lunch today. Oh, here comes some grilled chicken. That's not a chicken, it's a penguin! Ah, come here, little cutie. Are the prettiest setting in an Ace Attorney case? That is, yeah, it is very pretty, yes. It ignored me. I mean, Bridge to the Turnabout, as much as I don't like the case, was very pretty as well. And maybe I was hungry too. Oh look, it dropped something. Ah, it's an ad for Swashbuckler's Spectacular Show. That penguin had a whole bunch of these stuffed in his backpack. Localization. DLC case? More work for us. Capcom. It's an aquatic case localization. Fish punts! Let's go! A carrier penguin that distributes flyers. They could use one of those for our office. Missing an orca dressed up like a pirate who was dropped by a penguin. Well, can't keep the client waiting. You'd better get going. Brand new stage show. Captain Orla has a new friend. Featuring the dashing red stash with a fluttering red scarf. Who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the Skull Rock? Yeah, you're right. And to roll up her sleeves. Ooh, 3D. We can examine. Bone the meat on! No! No! Ah! Danganronpa 2 flashbacks! Ah! July 20, Ship Shape Aquarium. Huh? I don't see Sasha. Ah! Are you two the lawyers Miss Buckler mentioned? He is this fucking bitch! Fulbright! Detective Fulbright? Are you the lead detective in this case? How long will this stream last? Will it end before the trial? Will you play the trial today as well? That'll depend. I'm not... This is just the DLC case, so I'm probably not just gonna, like, power through it like I did, Turnabout tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see how long the investigation takes, and then we'll decide if we want to continue on to the trial. That's right! As long as evil exists in this world, there'll be no rest for me! Yeah, until you get shot in the face. And there is your sea urchin luck friend here. I don't believe we met! Is he talking about me? The defendant's lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Really got neither Gumshoe or Emma were detectives in this case? Why? So you're planning on playing Danganronpa 3? Okay, so the thing with Danganronpa is I've already played all the Danganronpa games and watched everything related to the series. The person who was playing through them was my friend Bryce, and I was just sort of just tagging along for the ride. But he's been having a lot of stuff going on these past couple of years. So we haven't really been able to continue the series. So it's just sort of been stuck in the middle of Danganronpa 2. Yeah. Imagine if they were the Phantom instead of a new character. Yeah. Just... I feel like it'd be, yeah. I do like that the Phantom... I feel like it would have been nice to actually get to know Detective Bobby Fulbright before he got killed off by the Phantom. Like, I don't know if it might have been better to have the real Fulbright be the detective most of the game and then have him be, like, maybe, like, while you're investigating, Cosmic Turnabout, an unidentified body, pops up somewhere, like washes up on a river. And like at first it's like you try to investigate that, you don't really understand what's going on. And then later once you find out that Bobby Fulbright is the Phantom, you find out that, oh shit, the Bobby Fulbright you got to know for like most of the game has been killed off and got replaced by the Phantom right before right before Cosmic Turnabout. I feel like that would have probably been a bit more effective. But having, you know, Bobby be the Phantom the whole time and like being able to like hint at that, I think also works quite a lot.
I'm Detective Bobby Fulbright. People don't usually get to see this, sir. It's only open because of the investigation. You two are pretty lucky to get this peek behind the scenes of an aquarium.
Lucky, right. This guy even louder than Apollo. Isn't Bobby the Phantom? And he got off by the 9% by the cartel or the government? Yeah, this case takes place before that, though. This case takes place between cases 2 and 3. So he hasn't been outed as the Phantom yet. I'd like to imagine it was Shelly the killer who shot him. I would have preferred if Fulbright was real in cases 2 and 3. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't want him to be killed at all. I think I would have wanted Fulbright himself to be the Phantom. Interesting. This guy's even louder than Apollo. So, where's the suspect being questioned? And where's Miss Buckler? Here I be, me buckos. Oh. Ah! Ah! Okay. Shiver me timbers! There be one of dread pirate Nostache's curvy swabs!
I beg your pardon! I'm not anyone's swab, scurvy or otherwise!
The fact that he's putting this entire thing on as a performance honestly kind of makes this just even more funny. He would have been a bit too old at this point? I mean, wasn't he only like 60 in Justice for All? And it's only been like 10 years since then. Phantom's impression of Bobby is accurate. It just makes me sad because Goodman was killed before we even got to know him. Yeah, essentially. That's why I read a very cool proposal in where someone proposed a spin-off game called Ace Detective. That's also just a sort of investigation focused game. But you play, but the game takes place over the course of, the game actually swaps back and forth between like a big time jump, and then before the time jump takes place right after Phoenix loses his attorney's badge, and you play as, Detective Gumshoe with your assistant being the real Bobby Fulbright, and then, after the time skip, right, sometime after Apollo Justice, you actually play as Emma Sky instead, which is a really cool idea to bring back, to include all three of like the detectives in the same game, as well as to get to know the real Bobby Fulbright, which would make his death in Dual Destinies even more impactful if someone were to play through the games chronologically and play a game like that beforehand. More shameless than a sea lion, ye be, trying to make me off with me best bucko. If you want to pick a fight with us, you'd best bring along an army of great white sharks. Wait! It's the fucking... Sasha, what's going on here? Ace Detective? More like stupid. Ace Defective. Let me introduce you. This is the friend I was telling you about. Her name is Aura Ship. We're defending a fucking orca. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I'm gonna end it all. I should have stayed as a piano player. This is my first case. She only responds to Orla. That's what people call her. I'm her trainer. She's the suspect in the murder, but she's never hurt anybody. I mean, that does explain why they'd want to give her the death penalty, because obviously, you know, if an animal kills a human, they're gonna be put down, kind of like Leo the lion. Well, technically, Leo never killed Bat, but paralyzed him at least. Oh, it's adorable. She's the suspect. Yeah, thank goodness you came before they put her down. I'm really grateful to the two of you. I just know you'll save Orla. What?
Don't tell me you didn't even know who your client was.
An orca is the suspect? Our client is an orca. Is this for real? Oh, did I forget to mention that? Oopsie.
This one very big oopsie.
Leon was killed by Regina's father, not the courts. Yeah, but it's a similar thing.
What's Dragon Quest to shame?
By the way, I was with that mustache earlier. Oh, this is part of me costume for the swashbuckler spectacular. When I'd be wearing the mustache, I'd be one of Captain Orla's swashbucklers. A transformation as dramatic as a pufferfish, wouldn't you say?
I don't think I would ever say that.
It's a pirate-themed aquarium, so that's why Orla's wearing a pirate hat, right? Yup, she really loves wearing hats. She puts them on all the time. And her fake mustache keeps falling off, so that's a problem.
I see. Well, why don't we start with you telling us a little more about Orla? Tell me about this.
Did you want to be in the Swashbuckler Spectacular?
You have regular people participate?
Of course. We even have a special tour for people who want to be in it. Oh, what roles would we play if you said yes? Let's see. The roles of a blue seahorse and a yellow sea slug are available.
Judging by the colors, I must be the seahorse.
And I'm the sea slug? No way, I won't do it. But sea slugs are all fluttery and beautiful, Athena. They're beautiful. In that case, I'll do it!
Our mind is pretty much an open book. Imagine Miles' reaction to finding out Phoenix decided to represent an orca in court. Maybe that caused him to have brain damage, and that's why his character regressed.
He tried to kill himself. He tried to like put atroquinine in his tea, but he didn't get the fatal dose right, and so instead he just suffered brain damage. I hope we can do a show together someday.
Oh, we'll put on a show in the courtroom. Phoenix, buddy, have you forgotten you interrogated a parrot?
Yeah, but I didn't defend the parrot.
Oh, you're really serious about me defending Orla?
Of course I am. You're the only one who can do it, Phoenix. I heard you once questioned an animal during a trial and got your client off the hook. Yes, my reputation does precede me. Like, I would really enjoy playing this case as Phoenix if it wasn't for the fact that he's already had way too much screen time this game. Because this is so fucking cool. No way, you did that?
I might have tried something like that at one point in my career.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me about this later, or ask Apollo for all the juicy details. When I heard you didn't discriminate against animals, I knew you'd hear me out.
I have to warn you, though, I don't know anything about orcas. I mean, they don't eat people, do they?
Oh! Yikes, I think I made her mad. I would have you talk that way in front of Orla. Orcas have feelings too, you know. Yeah, boss, they have emotions just like we do.
Oh my god, if you have to use a fucking moon matrix on a fucking fish,
I'm gonna kill myself!
Oh wait, no, orcas are mammals, I think.
So is anger the only feeling I aspire in women? Don't worry, she says she forgives ya. Besides, orcas are very picky eaters. Orla here only eats fish.
Orcas are mammals, yeah, like, because, yeah, they're whales.
Yeah, brain farted there for a second. The captain went to feed Orla this morning, and then we found dead in his very room. Tell us more about his death. So the owner of the aquarium, Jack Shipley, was discovered murdered. Yeah, it was about 10:10 this morning, just after the aquarium opened. A visitor was viewing the orca pool from the visitor's corridor and screamed. The orca pool is this tank here. Yeah, that's right. The pool is built so that guests could see it from the corridor on the first floor. Okay. Okay. The security guard and I heard the scream. We came running into this pool room. Where we found the captain dead at the side of the pool in his swashbuckler costume. He was as big and tough as an old crocodile, the captain. I still can't believe he's dead. Mr. Shipley was very important to you, wasn't he? Sorry, I didn't mean to get all sad goldfish on you. Sad goldfish? Okay, time to snap her out of it. When it's showtime, it's time to smile. That's what the captain always said. Yeah, it's at the hardest of times is when a lawyer has to force the biggest smiles. By the way, do you know why exactly Orla is being accused of the crime? Probably because the body was found here. You think of any reason why Orla would come under suspicion? The police think Orla went berserk during a practice for that swashbuckler spectacular. But Orla would never do anything like that, right, Orla? Oh, look at her! This is the greatest video game ever made. Oh, just look at that face! Isn't she adorable? The charges just have to be false. I hate to break it to you, but police don't usually base their decisions on cuteness.
That's right! We base them on facts. Take a look at this. Well, occasionally a little bit of a forked fingerprints, you know what I mean?
No, I don't want that.
No way, you'll find out soon enough, Nicky boy.
Orca clappies. Gumshoe. And sir, I heard Mr. Wright got his badge back. That's great to hear. I'm sure he'll make me proud. Yeah, well, I heard he's defending an orca. Maybe Von Karma was right. All defense attorneys are scum. A photo of the victim, huh? He got a wound to his head.
Very perceptive. The victim and the orca here are the only ones here. That's more. We couldn't find a weapon of any kind around.
Honestly, I'm just glad there's a DLC case because it means I get to do more of I get to do my Fulbright, and since he's here, probably also Blackville voices again.
What's more, we couldn't find a weapon of any kind around.
Let's see. We have an autopsy report? It looks like... Yeah, I don't know about those doubloons, but some kind of rip in his jacket on the left side. Could be something. And then, yeah, it looks like he was probably bonked on the back of the head. Would, at first glance, appear to be the weapon. Looks like there looks like either some kind of paint or maybe a bruise on his right hand over here. Interesting. Very interesting. So, what's the theory on how Orla supposedly killed the victim? Why does he look like a Robbie Rotten?
I say orcas sometimes kill their prey by ramming into them underwater. We believe this orca did just that by pulling the victim into the 65-foot pool and then ramming him while they were in the water.
Okay. Not any suspects without Orla. This could be one tough case. Why are you taking this seriously, Phoenix?
No official autopsy has been ordered, but an orca attack makes sense.
Cross-section view of the first and second floor was about 65 foot deep, right? I wonder if there's any way to access the tank from the first floor. Or did the body end up on the pool edge? I believe dead bodies float. Yeah, I think dead bodies float. The orca could have maybe put him up there as well. Like, if the theory is that the orca sort of killed him in, like, an accident, and then, like, maybe felt, you know, tried to, like, get him out of the water, because the orcas are pretty smart, she would probably understand that he's not supposed to be in the water, but she also, you know, maybe she, you know, she could have tried to help him after, you know, not realizing what she had done. That's a possibility. Why hasn't one been ordered?
Accidental death due to a failure to exercise proper oversight over an animal. Medical examiner said it wasn't a homicide, so we don't need an autopsy.
So Orla's gonna be put down without a proper investigation? That isn't fair! That's nothing short of police negligence, Detective Fulbright.
The incident wasn't determined a homicide. There's nothing we can do, Miss Sykes. Ordinarily, the owner of the aquarium would be held responsible for the oversight failure. But the owner of the victim himself, so all we can do is hold the orca responsible.
Phoenix, isn't there anything you can do? They're going to put Orla down. Lush and Orla are depending on me. I'll do everything I can to help them. How do I help an orca? Wait. Yes, I can do this! Set Orla free! I'll set Orla free! Okay, I'll go open the water gate!
If you think I'll just let you set the suspect free, you've got another thing coming!
Yeah, hey, Bobby, hey, Robert Fulbright. Could you explain to me what's that scar on the back of your right hand? How did you get that scar? That's a very interesting scar there. How did you get that? Bollocks to you, punk! I guess I feel I can actually try to prove Orla's innocence. I can't truly say I'll set her free, which means I can do this. Yeah, find the real killer. I'll find the real killer. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. I'll do everything I can to help you.
Wait just a moment. You're not a police officer or a prosecutor. You're not even officially the defendant's lawyer. You have no right to investigate.
I'm not officially Orla's lawyer, huh? I don't want to say it. Defend Orla. I got my badge back now, so I know exactly what I have to do. Free Willy moment, yeah, exactly. I'll defend Orla in court. Even an orca deserves a fair trial. If the one responsible for Orla is dead, then I'll take responsibility for her. Yo, the theme is here! Yo, what? I guess doing crazy things just once in your career wasn't enough, huh? What the heck? I'll take responsibility for her too.
Are you two insane? This is a case of accidental death caused by an animal. It's not a murder case. With no evidence of foul play, this case will never go to court.
Then let us investigate the crime scene. If we can prove this was a murder, we might be able to make it to trial. And then Orla would certainly need the help of a good few lawyers. Yeah, I think Apollo is gonna be quite happy he missed this one. I'm gonna be honest.
I guess so. But who's ever heard of a trial for a killer whale?
Just because it's never been done before, it doesn't mean we can't do it now. Yeah, what did the judge say at the end of Apollo Justice? The law is an ever-changing gem. It is polished and passed down from generation to generation, and it's our job to nurture it, or something like that.
But,
Please, Detective Fulbright, for justice's sake!
The police have determined that an animal has bound a human should be put down. But I don't know for sure whether that was a just decision. If your sense of justice compels you to take on the defense of this animal, then my sense of justice tells me to let this case be examined for possible merit.
You mean it? Really? That's fantastic. You're not such a bad guy after all, Detective Fulbright.
Just remember, this case hasn't been officially recognized as a homicide yet. I'll get in touch with the prosecutor's office, but I'm not making any promises. Anyway, I better be off.
I love him so much. I don't care that he's like a fucking foreign spy with like a million faces and also a murderer. Imagine being the Phantom, you're a spy undercover and have to keep your facade up no matter what. And you see these people doing bullshit like this. It's the only incident there series with the judge said something smart, logical. No, there is also in Rise from the Ashes, his final goodbye to his friend Gant after the conviction. That one was also really good. Those were like the two best judge quotes. You two are our lifeboat. I'll be right here if you need me. Thanks. I've got a feeling we'll really need your help in this investigation. And we're still not sure if it'll go to trial, but as Orla's lawyers, we'll do everything we can. Get this case to the court, we'll need a prosecutor to make an indictment. So we have to find enough evidence to prove it's a criminal case. It just has to be something that shows the culprit was somebody other than Orla. Detective Fulbright said there were no weapons in the area, other than her. So we'd better look for something to prove him wrong. I better make a note of that so I don't forget. You sure are organized, boss. Maybe I should get a notebook of my own. I just like to jot notes on the case in the court record as I go along. Use it as a sort of to-do list. Great idea. I'll add things too. And whenever we're stuck, we can just refer to the notes. Read my notes, I just open the court record. And flip them, yeah. There, note jotted. Now let's investigate this crime scene. There has to be some evidence where you can use in court. He also said a cool speech in Bridge to the Turnabout about each trial being set in its own world. I do not remember that. Has to be some evidence we can use in court. Then again, I haven't rewatched Turnabout recently. Bridge, I mean. Examining the crime scene from every angle is the key here. That's right. If you change your perspective, we might come across new evidence. Okay, so we're doing a mini tutorial. Let's first see what we can find here. When we're ready, we can use our, change your perspective. Or if there's a particular spot that you've got your attention, go right up to it and look away. Like that outline of the body in the far right there. Of course, talking to everybody involved is one of the keys to good investigation. Exactly. If we present items to people, we might learn even more. Right, it all boils down to thorough legwork. Well, let's get started. Okay, let's start here. These creatures are the only thing I know anything about. That's alright, don't worry about it. Okay. And nothing else there. Okay. Cool. Let's have a bone the meat on. There's a piece of meat in plastic hoops suspended from the ceiling. Talk about a clashy decor. I guess Orla really likes meat. Who knew they'd better such large chunks though? All orcas are carnivores. You knew that, right? Of course, silly. I love meat too. Protein is your body's basic building block after all. That meat is made out of rubber. I doubt Orla could really eat it even if she wanted to. You need to tell me she jumps all the way up there and doesn't get a reward? That poor girl, after all that effort? I don't think Orla is as dumb as you think she is. Well, fish are meat. Setting sun. Sunsets always remind me of how quickly the day goes by. Your rants in the final Bridge episode were amazing. Oh, I was so mad at fucking Iris. Oh, I was so mad at that bitch. Sunset always reminds me of how quickly the day goes by. Oh, boss. This is a painted backdrop, you know? So, funnily enough, I actually got meat on the bone first try. So I didn't even know it was a meme until I watched like a billion YouTubers play through it. And, like, almost die during that section. And then, Well, obviously we did the playthrough. Well, Bryce did the playthrough on our channel, and he also got stuck for a long ass time. I was just laughing my ass off the whole time. Down, Athena! Of course I know! I guess they use it for Swashbuckler Spectacular. It looks handmade. Ooh, I just got an idea. Why don't we make our own not guilty backdrop?
And present it to the judge when things aren't going our way?
No, we put psychological pressure on the judge by hanging it behind the defendant. I almost want to see how the judge would respond to that. Honestly, knowing Judge, it would probably work. T-Bone is a meme. Right, the fucking T-Bone steaks from Turnabout Samurai. It's too far away to get a good look. Better get a little closer first. Okay. Yikes, look at that huge octopus. That must be a show prop too. One of its legs is missing though. Wouldn't it be exciting to take a huge enemy like that? I'd like to give it a try myself. As a lawyer, that is.
You know you have an insufficient number of limbs to out-object it, right?
That's why you need you need 2 lawyers on the defense's bench. $11037. Hey, look, there's an apparatus here to hang from.
I don't think it is for people to hang from. It looks more like a crane to move things with.
Yeah, but Sacha was hanging from it during the Swashbuckler Spectacular. I bet there are all kinds of ways to use it, not just to move things. Come on, boss, try thinking outside the box.
Is she trying to say I have a narrow-minded view of things?
Yes.
It doesn't look like the ladder goes all the way down to the bottom of the pool.
Yeah, but there's usually water in the pool, so that doesn't need to. So apparently, the pool spans 2 whole floors. Ordinarily, visitors only get to see what they can from the first floor. But they said on TV that sometimes they give behind-the-scenes tours.
Looks like that Swashbuckler Spectacular show you recorded is really coming in handy.
Hey, girl! Does that show makeup above Orla's eye? That's right, it's a starfish. Kinda makes her look like punk rockin' pirate, don't you think?
A punk rock pirate killer whale? Ugh. It's official. Society's on the road to ruin.
Well, I think Orla is one hot rockfish. Speaking of rockin', how do you get Orla to do what you want during the show? I give her signals with this whistle.
Oh, but I didn't hear anything just now.
That sounds out of the range of human hearing, just like a dog whistle. Orc has a better hearing than people do. You can even hear the whistle underwater.
That makes sense.
That's so cool. I wish I could give commands to Orla. Anybody can do that. All they have to do is learn the signals. I see. Here, Athena, you can have one of our whistles. Consider it a present.
Very interesting. Whistle for issuing instructions to Orla. Anyone can use it to command her as long as they know the right signals.
Right, but they need to actually know the signals. Gee, thanks. As for the actual commands, I'm afraid I can't teach them to you. They're top secret.
Right, and they're pretty well guarded.
One thing I wish this case did differently is instead of taking place between case 1 and 2, it takes place after 5, so you can see Emma and Genshin due to Fulbright being unavailable. That could be cool, yeah. Plus, I feel like I feel like having Phoenix here kind of ruins his triumphant return in Turnabout Countdown. So having this take place at the end would be nice. Plus, it would be nice to see it would be nice to see a newly freed Prosecutor Blackwell with a different outlook in life, and like how Edgeworth was very different in Rise from the Ashes than he was in the rest of Game 1. Anything else? Okay, let's move around. Volleyball.
Oh look, there's a ball in the water. Got another prop for the show?
That's one of Orla's toys. She plays volleyball with it. It's usually in the bin. Guess I must have forgotten to put it away yesterday. I doubt you did. Wow, I wish I could play volleyball with Orla. You have as much fight in you as me and old Blobster. I like it. There aren't many people who want to be on the receiving end of Orla's fastball. Her fastball? Yeah, she likes to be naughty and slam the ball into things around the pool. You should hear the sound the ball makes when it crashes into stuff. Well, maybe some other time. He suddenly went from fighting lobster to reluctant hermit crab. Well, it's not going to notice me from here. I'd better move around to the front. Okay. Doors are slightly open. There's police officers starting guard outside. I guess they're watching to make sure we don't try any funny business. Well, now that you've said it, I suddenly feel the urge to do something. How about if we suddenly break out some squat exercises? That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, that might cause a few raised eyebrows in ways you don't want, Athena. Cannon? Ball midair with her fin, sending the ball flying like 100 miles per hour. Hey, there's a cannon in the shape of a shark. Let's try firing that thing. Boom! Is cannonballs supposed to look like fish eggs or something? But why fish eggs? Why not baby sharks? Think about how crazy it would be to have sharks go flying through the air. Watch the thrilling life or death struggle as little tykes fight to stay alive out of the water. I can see it now. The drama, the mayhem, the whirlwind of teeth. The tornado of sharks. Not even Hollywood can conjure up something that insane. Not the Sharknado slam. Not Sharknado catching strays. What a mess. What's all this stuff knocked over when the victim struggled with his killer? That's possible, but it would be hard to prove. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Alright, swords. Look at all this stuff scattered everywhere. I see some swords. I wonder if they have anything to do with the case. They could be a good murder weapon, because those are probably not sharp, so they'd make for a good blunt object to hit someone in the back of the head with. They're made of rubber. I doubt. Oh, okay. I doubt they could be used as a weapon. Ah, but I still bet if someone got whacked with one, it would sting quite a bit. Yeah, I guess it would. I think I could stand the pain. Yeah? Good for you. Oh, look, there's a blow-up dolphin and an anchor, too. Mr. Wright, are you even listening to me? Stop looking at those toys. Yikes, it's been kind of red-faced. The whole point of this case is that it's the first case? Well, yeah, my whole point is that it shouldn't be. So this is where the body was found, huh? Suspect Orla, maybe they found some evidence of a shark attack on the victim? Orla didn't attack the captain, she loved him! The captain's rescued Orla when she was little, after she got beached on the shore. He tried to release her into the ocean, but she kept coming back. I can tell Orla's sad about losing the captain. She's just not her usual chipper self. Orla must really love this aquarium and the captain. Yeah, which would explain why she would try to get him out of the water. She's the only one around here. Big and strong enough to play with that big, tough captain. Every day she made a point of headbutting him and stealing his hat. Yeah, 'cause I guess you weren't kidding when you said the captain was a real strong guy. Like the type of shit Jotaro Kujo would do. I guess that's about it. Under different circumstances, I would have loved to see the swashbuckler spectacular. He shouldn't even be playable to begin with. I feel like if Phoenix wasn't, oh no, turn off auto. I think if Phoenix wasn't the protagonist of the game and like, I feel like I'm fine with playing as Phoenix in Turnabout Countdown because it's like his triumphant return to the court. That's fine. It's a little bit of nostalgia bait. But then I think the rest of the game should have been entirely Athena and Apollo. And then the DLC can be Phoenix as well, because why the fuck? If he hadn't been the protag of the game, I would have no issue with him being the protag of the DLC. There's a risk the gentle giants are so adorable. Yeah, if not friend, then why friend-shaped? Three of us always perform the show together, me, Orla, and the captain. Today's show had been cancelled, but we put on a little performance for you now. be Captain Orla swashbucklers, me buckos. We love to sail the seven seas. We've come to rout the mangy blag and dread pirate Nostache. Yeah, I think it would have been fine to have a single case in the base game and then also the DLC. I think that would have been fine, but nothing more than that. Avast! There he be, Nostache himself, prepared to feed the fish. I'm playing the role of Nostache? Well, Sasha has a stash and you don't, so, guess so. Hit him with your water cannon, Captain. Spare no quarter. Ah! Ah! I love her so much. We swim through storms and waves, all because of you. Grand treasures and adventures waiting just for me. Wow, that was awesome! Your performance packed quite a wallop. Yeah, I for one feel like I took quite a beating. Sorry about that. Can't have a show without a bad guy role, right? A singing orca? Huh. Must have been tough to train her to do that. That's Orla's best trick. She can only sing one song, though. Well, she's still got one on a pianist who can't play even one song. No, Phoenix can canonically play one song. This is just complete lore break. Phoenix can canonically play a single song and nothing else. Well, now that we've had a taste of a show, we better do some more investigating. Good idea. Let's go to the Aqua Tunnel. Not even the tidal wave could de-spike Phoenix's hair. Only the beanie is powerful enough to contain his spikes. Ah, have you been using the whistle I gave you? Has it ever stated which song it is? No, they just stated that he can play a single song and nothing else. Of course, but I can't get Orla to do any tricks. I can't believe you can command that huge creature. That's pretty impressive, Sasha. Pretty cool, huh? I bet there aren't too many people who can say they literally get to whistle while they work. That must be pretty nice for you. But Orla is the one who's impressive, really, not me. It's easy to see how much you care about Orla. You're a good team. But you and I are a great team, right? We can top that. I want to think that Phoenix can play the Steel Samurai theme on piano. Yeah, that's what I would think. Either that or Piano Man. Hey, Apollo. Aren't you happy you're not tagging along for this one? Evidence. Does this mean we want me all at the defense bench in court? No, I just wanted to see what you think. Jesus Christ. Oh, darn. In that case, I don't think you want to hear what I think. The only words going through Apollo's mind are fuck you. What's this? Something you wear around your neck? That's a whistle they used to make the orca do her tricks. If I blow it at you, will you do a trick? What am I, some kind of circus animal to you too? Well, you are one of the talents here at our Right Anything agency, after all. Least you can do is learn a trick or two. Need I remind you I'm a lawyer? Besides, Athena doesn't know any tricks. That's what you think. I've got a special trick I've been waiting to bust out. I can chug an entire glass of OJ without taking a breath, all while doing squats. Well, that's, really something, Athena. Not sure how many new clients that net us, though. Okay. Phoenix really rubbing in the face that he got sidelined for the DLC in his own trilogy. Alright, back to the tunnel. The Sisters Ballad theme. July 20th, Ship-Shape Aquarium, Aqua Tunnel. Yeah, Apollo can eat a dozen bowls of Eldude's salty noodles without taking a break. I'm pretty sure Eldude has stated before that 2 bowls would kill a man.
Are y'all done investigating that pool already?
We had a good look around, but now we're moving on to other areas. How's the police investigation going? Did you, say, for example, find any other suspects beside Orla?
Wouldn't that be fortunate for you if we did? But, no, I'm afraid not. And even more fortunate for you, I'm afraid we found decisive evidence of Orca's guilt.
What? Please tell me more, detective. Hold on, let me just double check I got everything. I guess so. That's right, that's that area. Yeah, no, we haven't looked at this angle yet. Ooh, that's a character we haven't met yet. Looks like a control panel for the crane apparatus. There sure are a lot of buttons. When I see this many buttons, I start to get fidgety. I know what you mean. You start itching to push them, right? Nah, I start itching to make a psychological study of people who want to push buttons. Did I remind you that I'm your boss, not your guinea pig? Nothing much to see here. I think Apollo is also immortal like Phoenix. Just look at everything that happens to him in 5-1. I mean, he just gets hit by like some rocks, I guess. I suppose he does recover rather quickly. Okay, nothing important there. Cool. Bobby!
That's a symbol of justice, is it? This is mine!
Wow, you can rip that badge out pretty fast. If we can top that, take this! Twin attorneys badges!
No fair! 2 against 1!
No fair, your police badge is bigger and flashier!
You dare to call me unfair! Me, the very model of justice itself!
Boss, I'd say we won this round. Tina, in this battle there are no winners. Oh, look at Bob! Falling rocks, Phoenix. That's cute. I survived falling onto rocks and getting hit by and also getting hit by a car set flying 30 meters feet into the air. Sorry, and banging his head against a lamppost, only get a sprained ankle. He was inside an explosion and was only hit in the head with a rock. Ooh.
I have nothing to say about that. If your lawyers of any metal, you'll find the answer for yourselves. Poor victim. It's heart-wrenching. Crime cannot go unpunished.
Oh, I agree. We don't want crime to go unpunished either. We'll do our utmost to defend our client.
Your form of justice or mine, which is true justice. I guess we'll see how it plays out.
In other words, he doesn't have enough information right now to make up his mind. Thank you for the translation, Athena.
I have nothing to say about that. If your lawyers of any metal, you'll find the answers for yourselves.
Okay. Prove the Orca did it. So, what's this decisive evidence? Don't hold out on us now, Detective Fulbright.
I'm very sorry, but I can't share classified information with the defense. Especially not security footage that shows the moment the orca takes the victim.
Ah, okay, so right. Because he always plays with, no, we don't have the, right, we have, Sasha's testimony that, Orca and the captain used to play together by, banging their heads against each other, so that's probably what that is.
Yep, I'm to personally see to it that this baby stays safe, and it'll never leave my side.
Excuse me, but there's a call for you, Detective.
I'll be right there. Sorry, guys, you know how it is.
Well, he never said that he wouldn't leave its side, I guess. Now, let's take a peek. What the... Ah, okay, sorry, I was confused for a second. Yeah, so this is the first floor. So the bottom of the aquarium. The orca headbutting something, and some kind of dark liquid being released into the water. Oh, and there seems to be a witness, interestingly. Okay. Interesting. Of course, the security camera footage is like the lowest quality thing imaginable. This is supposed to be the moment of Orla attack the victim? There's always a witness, yeah? This little bit of footage doesn't prove anything. I agree. I believe in Orla and Sasha. Let's just continue with our investigation. Good idea. Huh? There's a sticker on the camera that says return to the Pubbo Danger. Now someone there manages the cameras? Let's check it out later.
Sorry about that. Prosecutor Blackbill called me to remind me to go feed Taka. So, where were we? Ah, that's right! You two got any more questions for me?
No, we're good, thank you. Leaking all your info. Hey, but detective, look what we got. Okay. Here's right into the Pubbo Danger. This place is cool. Now this looks like one of those hands-on exhibits. There's a real air of danger, don't you think? The banner does say Pubbo Danger. Well, let's see. According to the description, this room is pub where pirates gather, explore and interact with sea creatures, actually feel the electricity of electric eels, and feed real piranhas. Experience the terror of the seas with these dangerous experiments. Oh, these sound like terror, and less like terror and more like torture to me. Down there, Blue Boy, I'm conducting an experiment. Okay, and that's our witness. Do not disturb me unless you wish to be zapped with an electric eel. My apologies, ma'am. Oh, she seems intense. Excuse me, but who are you? Before you ask others, shouldn't you give your name first? Basic manners, young lady. Oh, yes, of course. My name is Slim Shady. Never mind, I'll simply call you Yellow Girl. It's easier that way. Sign a waiver? I'm Norma de Plume. I'm very interested in Ship Aquarium, and I'm a frequent visitor here. I don't have to be Yellow Girl. You think I want to be called Blue Boy? Well, let's just see what she has to say. I'm a lawyer. I have no interest in looking at meaningless trifles. As a matter of fact, I have no interest in looking at you, Blue Boy. What? So now I'm a meaningless trifle too? A swashbuckler flyer. I have more than enough of those already. You have any idea how many times I've visited this aquarium? Hey, what are you yelling at me for? Don't you ever tired of coming there? You obviously don't know anything about Ship Shape Aquarium. They feature different marine creatures each month, so visitors never get bored. Ah, so you're a fan of Ship Shape Aquarium like me? Oh, please, I'm here to gather information. The fundamental work of a great writer. But I don't suppose that's enough, you... common folk would understand. Ah! Norma de plume, nom de plume. Got it. Ah, that woman makes me so mad! Oh no, why don't we common folk just go back to our investigation? I mean, those trifles. I got a photo of you. Don't thrust that under my nose. I won't watch it. Are you usually pretty photogenic, Mr. Plume? Of course I am. I've been compared to a movie star. It's little wonder with my perfect makeup and stylish figure. Wouldn't you agree? He wants me to agree? Well, let's get a woman's opinion on this. What? You're asking me? Well, let's see. I do think you're very pretty, Mr. Plume. I get the distinct impression your words are full of hidden meaning. Well, I wouldn't say full so much as full-figured. Athena, I'd stop right there if I were you! Blue boy, then I want to call her Brown Karen? That's probably fitting. Norm de Plume. Now you say you're interested in the aquarium, but you don't look like a staff member. Let's see. I've got it! Here's someone who completely unrelated to the aquarium. That's some deductive reasoning right there, champ. I am a visitor, a patron, a customer, a guest. And what might you be? I'm not a what, I'm a lawyer. Hey, what's that? That's what I was gonna say. And I run a law office. Well, whatever you are, I don't have the slightest interest. Just who does she think she is, boss? A visitor, a patron, a customer, a guest, remember? Why are you here? I thought they closed the aquarium and weren't letting members of the public in. Oh, and I have special permission, you see. And why exactly is that, if I may ask? Well, because of the heavens, I've said too much. Wow, that was... You are a terrible liar. I remember this. Psycholox. Huh? Psychedelic rock? Cyborg clock? What? No, Psycholox. Power of the Magatama. It gives me the ability to see secrets locked away in somebody's heart. If I can remove the locks, I can uncover their secrets. I don't know, you had a magical item like that. Yeah, it looks like this lady knows something about what happened. I just use the Magatama and undo her Psycholox. Huh? I can't see the locks anymore. Oh, the color of that stone looks different from before. Oh no! They fucking ran out of battery! I guess we need to go find Pearl. That's funny. Maybe it just ran out of juice? It can do that? Yeah, a certain girl I know poured her spiritual power into it for me, but I haven't used it in like 8 years. Not that power, I can't undo the Psyche locks. Oh yeah, where are the spare batteries? You put them in the hole. Ah, no way. That's why Apollo's power is superior. He can always use it. Why do I have to keep quiet about it anyway? I've never been any good at keeping secrets. But I did promise after all, so I guess I'd better keep my mouth shut. What did you promise what to? No comment. Now go away. Just when I thought we could find out more about the case. Now let's go try to find some other way. I'm sure we'll find something. Alright. Yep, and we don't have fucking... The Right Anything Agency. Have you seen Pearl around recently? No, okay. So we have to wait on that. Yeah, take a look at this security footage. Okay, guess not. Aqua tunnel. Oh, here we go. 20 ship-shaped aquarium aqua tunnel. Hey, Detective Fulbright's gone. It looks like the police investigation is over too. That's too bad. I was hoping to get a little more out of him. Yo, ho, ho! Cleaner! Nuh-uh! Feeder! That's right! Yo, girl, why are you hiding from me? I'm searching all around like this. Be a bad dream? That's somebody rapping? Rifle you, sometimes you just make me so. Your rifle just come back to me. We can get together and sing creak, creak, creak. What's with this guy rapping and making strange bird sounds? This is the other person. Marlon Rhymes. Of course. Yikes, who's there? You didn't hear me rapping, did you? Yeah, well, maybe. Ah! Like, just do me a favor, pretend you didn't hear nothing. Fine by us. Who might you be? I'm Marlon Rhymes. I'm an animal keeper here. But the aquarium is already closed today. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure? You don't sound too certain. Or are you new here or something? Whoa, yeah, that's right. Pretty good guess. Who are you guys? I'm Phoenix Wright. And I'm Athena Sykes. We're lawyers, and we're gonna represent Orla. I'm taking her case to court and proving she's innocent. Are you serious? You want to defend an orca in court? Oh, but if you're here for Orla, that must make you friends with Sasha's. Sorry if I came across as rude. I don't think he's friends with Sasha. Sometimes when I'm by myself, I like to rap to pass the time. Especially when I'm around the animals I love. I love animals too, especially marine creatures like dolphins. I like marine creatures too, but just the ones you can eat. Yeah, well, people like animals are good people. That's what I always say. If there's anything I can do for you two, just say the word. I just started working here though, so I don't know how much help I can be. And Mr. Rhymes seems pretty friendly. Yeah, friendly and agreeable. Okay. He has a fucking gold chain lanyard. What the fuck? I'm new here, so I don't know. I don't really think being new here has anything to do with it in this instance. With this flyer, you can get a penguin sleep mask the next time you come in. Oh yeah? That'd be nice, especially if it's free. That'd be perfect for taking a nap at the office after going on a run or something. I prefer you didn't take naps at the office, actually. Yeah, I feel you. Sometimes I fall asleep when I'm feeding the animals. I guess only a newbie can truly understand the feelings of another newbie. We're kindred spirits, my sister. Kindred spirits. Two peas in a pod! Birds of a feather! I suddenly feel so alone. I'm new here, so... Okay. God, imagine if it was fucking Larry. Don't you dare sleep feeding a wild animal? Well, to be fair, they're fish, so... Unless he's literally in the water with them, it's not like it's not like there's any danger since they're fish. I don't really think being new here has anything to do with this instance. Okay. Hold on, did I ask him about the body? Doesn't know about that. Doesn't know about that. Okay. Marlon Rhymes. So, what exactly do you here as an animal keeper? Mainly, I clean the place and feed the animals. Wiping all this glass takes forever. Yikes, I can imagine. I can imagine. This tunnel alone must take most of the day. We also prep the food the animals eat. That's the hardest part of all. You mean, it's really difficult to get the hang of? I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so cutting fish and meat up stuff creeps me out. Now, there's something I never expected to hear from a pirate. Hear anything about the incident that took place this morning? Yeah, one of our guests saw what happened and started screaming. I came running, but by the time I got there, I couldn't see the orca or the captain. Speaking of the captain, what was he like? Oh, like a strong captain who turned on a wild bunch of ruffians and some great pirates. He's always treated us fairly and equally, humans and fishes alike. Real deal, man. Hey, what are you crying for? A lawyer can't cry until it's all over, Athena!
A lawyer can't cry until it's all over.
Persona 5X, the Velvet Room was designed very similar to the background used here. I have not played 5X yet. I'm crying. It's just, I can feel your heart crying, that's all. Oh yeah, her thing. Girl, what you talking about? I'm not crying either. I guess I won't mention that his eyes are puffier than a pair of puffer fish. Yeah, this seems like this is a very similar setup to the to Turnabout Big Top, with like everyone, like the killer seems to be someone like universally adored by everyone. So I wonder if it might be a similar resolution where the murder was an accident. I bet Sasha and our vet, Dr. Crab, are even more upset by his death. That is Grind as a resident vet? Yeah, hold up! I haven't seen Dr. Crab this morning. Staff is supposed to stay put. The night shift has been on duty since last night, but they won't let us go home. Sasha even had to get special permission to go out looking for a lawyer this morning. We haven't seen anybody who looks like a vet. Eh? Were you rapping something about looking for a weapon earlier? A rifle or something? No, not a weapon. Rifle is the name of one of our penguins. A penguin? Why would you name a penguin something like that? This is all that Turnabout Big Top could have been. That's what I've been told, so I'm excited. Also, welcome, Boitada. Oh, yo ho ho! Prep for battle, prep for war. Little lady rifle gun, even the score. You'll think you can escape with your pride? Nuh-uh, you just gonna be straight up denied. Yo ho ho! Yo ho ho! Anyway, that's what she was like, so we named her Rifle. Did you need the fucking accompaniment for that? Okay, but did you have to rap it? That's just how I roll. Does Rifle wear a backpack by any chance? Yeah, that's the one. So you've seen her, huh? She's always running away. She's such a good runner, we decided to put her to work delivering flyers. You really want a dangerous penguin like that running loose? It's a penguin, what's it gonna do? Aw, Rifle's not dangerous. She only attacks people she doesn't like. When we ran into her earlier, she didn't attack us. She straight up ignored us, actually. Hey, I have an idea. If you run into Rifle again, would you mind feeding her for me? She didn't come back to the pool at feeding time like usual, so I've been looking for her. She loves the smell of fish, so she might come over to you if you have some. Oh, I would love to feed a penguin. I don't mind, as long as you carry the fish. Like, we can't have a normal person Ace Attorney, either a weirdo, a cosplayer, or both? I mean, Rhyme seems like a... As far as people in Ace Attorney go, he seems pretty normal. Large quantity of fish for feeding Rifle the penguin. Not surprisingly, it's a horribly fishy smell. Ugh, it smells so fishy. Really? What a shocker. Oh yeah, besides Rifle, I've been looking for Small Fry too. Small Fry? Is that another penguin? Nah, she's a friend I made. High school girl. You went off looking for Rifle somewhere and hasn't been back. Is she your girlfriend? What? No way! Sasha's the one I... So, you like Miss Buckler, do you? Well, I really respect her, you know? We have different tastes in music, but I admire the way she lives her life. It's not like I like her, it's more complicated than that. I'm pretty sure that all adds up to like. She tries to put on a brave face. I think the captain's death is hitting her the hardest of all. After all, as her human show partner, they got killed by that orca. Right? Do you think Orla really did it? Well, I can understand how Sasha feels. She's the only one of us who doesn't think the orca did it. Just like Big Top, everyone thinks Max did it. Oh, I see. Characters make this case so much better. Big Top was like almost everyone hated their job. Kind of. I don't know. I really like I really liked Mo. Mo was fantastic. And Acro. Acro is probably one of my favorite breakdowns in the entire series. I guess it isn't easy to believe in somebody who can't even speak up for herself. Anyway, let me know if you see Rifle or Small Fry, okay? Small Fry said she was gonna go check the Orca pool. Maybe we'll head back there then. Okay. July 20, Ship-Shape Aquarium Orca Pool. There's something on the left side of the pool that wasn't there before. Looks like an electronic sword. Hey, you're back? Oh yeah, and Max was amazing too, yeah. I mean, I thought Regina was fine, but I didn't really like her. Yeah, Acro Breakdown is like, yeah, throws away all comedy. Because it's like, it's the case that takes itself the least seriously, and then all of a sudden it shifts to having the most serious breakdown in the entire series, which I think is just great. Ben and Trillo were the only ones that weren't great. Yeah, they were mid. They weren't great. Honestly, my main issue with Turnabout Bake Top is just the love plotline. If they just got rid of the romance plotline, I would love that case so much. Hey Sasha, what's with this strange sword here? Ah, that's a walkie-talkie. It's probably Rifle's. Rifle can use a walkie-talkie? She's always running away, so we'd attach the walkie-talkie to her. If we can hear the sounds around her, we can usually guess where she is. But not if she drops the walkie-talkie on the floor. Every member of the crew has one too, so we can communicate back and forth. You can even use them to broadcast the specific parts of the aquarium. Cool, huh? Everything's getting more complicated, okay. Instant communication for any staff member. Broadcast across the aquarium. I don't think that was bad either. I mean, I feel like when a big part of your plot line sort of revolves around a relationship between a 16-year-old and a 21-year-old, it's not great. It's not great. Well, if Rifle's walkie-talkie is here, then Rifle must still be here too. Rifle, come out, wherever you are. Ah! Orca jump scare! Are you okay? You have to be careful around pools, you might slip right in. I'm more afraid of my heart jumping out right now. Hey, who's that riding on Orla? Isn't that Rifle? Hey, you're right. Come here, Rifle. Ah, she ignored me again. Why does a penguin? Why doesn't that penguin like me? Ah! Now you've scared Rifle away with all that yelling. I'm not giving up. I'll make that penguin like me if it's the last thing I do.
Hey, get back here, you little pipsqueak! Oh, sorry, Rifle, but at least you seem all right.
Pearl?
Oh.
What are you doing here? It's Pearls? Oh, Mr. Nick, I haven't seen you in ages. Could Pearls be Small Fry Mr. Rice is talking about? Congratulations on your return to lawyering. I've been thinking about stopping by your office for a visit to congratulate you. This is Pearl Faye. I call her Pearls. She may dress a little funny, but that's because she's a spirit medium. Real prodigy with great powers at that. I've known her since she was little, and she sometimes comes to the office to visit. She's just a little older than Trucy, so she's been like a big sister to her. As everyone here knows Mr. Nick, then. He's such a nice guy, don't you think? She's trying to be my big sister too now? What the fuck are you doing? I'm a lawyer! Oh, I'm so happy you get to be a lawyer again, Mr. Nick. Thanks. I'll let our friend know. Our friends know I was back too. Ooh. Boitada! Welcome! Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subbing. Hey, we should all get back together. It's been quite a while. Maybe we should throw you a surprise party to celebrate your comeback. That would be really nice, but if you tell me about it, it won't be a surprise, you know? Plus, I am terrified what the hell Maya would try to do for a surprise party. And that would probably end with me being the next murder victim. But we could spring it on you after you had forgotten, and still surprise you. Sure. I was really looking forward to seeing the Swashbuckler Spectacular. It's such a shame. Yeah, I bet you would have really enjoyed it. But I was really happy to see such a large marine animal. It was quite an experience. I still have yet to see a blue whale, though. The largest marine animal of them all. Yeah, not there any blue whales at the aquarium. White whale, nah, sperm whales are where it's at. Just, here, have a copy of Moby Dick. Just read that. There you go. You know, I'd do anything I could to help you. But I'm afraid I don't really know anything about that. That's alright, Pearls. No worries. And if only Pearls was the witness, that'd make things so much easier. Oh my, did you go fishing, Mr. Nick? No, this is for Rifle. Where's the feeder? Oh, that sounds like fun. You think she would take food from me? Oh, I'm sure she would. From you. So what you're really trying to say is that Rifle wouldn't take food from me, right? No, that's not what I meant. That is what I meant. Yeah, I won't be bested. Pearly, it's on! What? What's on? No, Athena, let's be adults about this. You've got poor Pearls here all confused. Grown-ass woman picking fight to the high schooler. You know, I'll do anything. Okay, this is the same thing. Yeah, what are you doing here? My summer camp is here on a field trip. I've never been to such a big aquarium before. I was really looking forward to it. But then that incident happened, and the police just finished questioning me. Oh, I see. Mr. Nick, who is that lady next to you? I'm Athena Sykes. I'm a new lawyer at the Right Anything Agency. Oh, how do you do? My name is Pearl Faye. My cousin and my friends call me Pearly. Pearly, is it then? Nice to meet you. So, how did the two of you meet? Well, you know how I used to travel to Europe to study their legal systems, Pearls? I was not aware of this. I met Athena on one of those trips. So tell me more about how the two of you met in Europe. Yeah, I thought I was supposed to be asking the questions here. A long time ago, Mr. Wright helped me out of a difficult jam. That's when I started thinking about becoming a lawyer like him. So you're like your mentor, huh, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something like that, I guess. Mr. Wright is the whole reason I am who I am today. He's the one who told me my knowledge of psychology could help people in court. Gee, Mr. Nick, looks like you're becoming a real adult since the last time I saw you. I've always been an adult the entire time I've known you, Pearls. Like Athena just straight up lying through her teeth right here now. Wow, would you look at that? Rifle lifts you! He sure seems to be attracted to Pearls. I'm so glad she likes me. Penguins are so adorable, aren't they? I even brought myself a little penguin calendar here at the aquarium gift shop. I have it hanging from my bag already. Oh, how cute! A calendar in the shape of a penguin! That calendar is a real hit with all our female visitors. I even have one myself! But the rest of the staff thinks it's too cutesy. I guess it doesn't really fit the whole rough and tumble pirate image very well. But, why does the calendar smell kind of like fish? What do you mean, Mr. Nick? Please don't be rude! Uh-oh, I got Pearls mad. Don't hit me, please! Penguin-shaped calendar that Pearls bought at the aquarium smells fishy for some reason. Okay. Smells and sounds, huh? Very interesting. So, you were looking for a rifle too?
That's right. I was trying to help Mr. Marlin, the animal keeper. Come here, Rifle. Come on.
She went towards Orla instead.
Ah, why can't I get Rifle to like me?
Maybe you should quit chasing after her with that scowl of yours.
Mr. Nick, how can you speak to a lady so rudely?
Uh-oh, I got Pearls mad again. Why don't you try to get Rifle to take some food from you?
Oh, great idea. And I have just the thing to present her to.
Okay.
Isn't it cute? I really love this calendar.
It's shaped like a penguin. It's pretty cute, isn't it? Maybe I should buy a calendar for the office before I leave. I always run out of room to write appointments on my planner.
Why don't you just put your appointments on your phone?
I'm not very good at using electronic devices.
Oh, neither am I. We have something in common.
Now I feel left out. Why, am I being smarter than these two idiots? Don't be.
Rifle, I have a present for you. It's chock filled with love. Here you go. Hey, Orla ate my love-filled fish. At least it looks like she enjoyed it, though.
Oh.
I think Orla just had a bond, and I just had a bonding moment. Friendship blossoms with the exchange of some food. Oh, isn't it moving, Mr. Nick?
I think moving might be going a bit far. Anyway, how did you get Rifle to come to you so easily, Pearls? I heard Rifle was attracted to the smell of fish.
Mr. Nick, are you saying I smell like fish?
Well, your calendar does, right? So yeah. Maybe just a little, yes.
I guess I need to change my clothes.
It's odd. I wonder if Pearl smells like she's holding a bucket of fish.
Orla doesn't usually want to eat at this time of day. And we've even been giving her more food than normal at our regular meal times lately.
What is happening here? Feeding habits. Is there something wrong with Orla's feeding habits lately?
Yeah, something's weird. The new guy, Marlin, feeds all the other animals besides Orla. But the captain and I, her trainer, are responsible for feeding Orla. It was the captain's turn to feed Orla this morning.
I see.
But Orla keeps coming to me and signaling she's still hungry.
Yeah, so the captain must have died before feeding time, so Orla didn't get fed. But what exact time does Orla typically get fed? Because that can give us a time slot for the murder. Because if she usually gets fed before 10 in the morning, then this can't be the moment of the crime. I'm just gonna let the wet slapping sounds continue because they're.
Look, she's so adorable with her fucking mustache. She wants me my fish, chock filled with love.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? She sure is excited to make a new friend.
But I don't think the captain would have forgotten to feed Orla. Rifle is that big creature that certainly seemed, and that big creature there certainly seemed to love each other. This is Orla the orca. Rifle and Orla are best friends. They belong together like a clownfish and a sea anemone.
Here to phrase that in a way us non-biology majors can understand?
Oh, so this orca is the suspect. I read in a book that once orcas eat penguins. Don't you worry about that. Orla here is really gentle. She never eats anything but fish.
What is happening?
She's an old sweetheart. As a matter of fact, she even tolerates Rifle picking on her.
That's true, she does seem very gentle. She hardly seems like a killer whale.
As lawyers, we have to do everything we can to save this beautiful, gentle creature. Wow, you're going to defend her in court? She's quite the defendant, isn't she?
She's the biggest defendant we've ever had! Literally! I don't know, I think Will Powers was bigger. Oh, Pearls, I have a big favor to ask.
What is it, Mr. Nick?
It's about my Magatama. Its spiritual power seems to have vanished.
Oh, that Magatama brings back memories. I remember pouring my spiritual powers into it after I had shattered the sacred Kurain urn that had supposedly had the spirit of Mystic Ami in it for generations. That was so many years ago. I guess that's why it's almost out now.
So it's got a 10-year battery life? That's honestly pretty good.
There you go, Mr. Nick. It should be fine now.
Thank you, Pearls. Now I can break Psyche locks again.
I'm glad it could help. Well, I think I'll go find Mr. Marlin now. I have to bring a rifle to him.
Thanks for your help.
Pearlie sure seems right at home at this aquarium.
Yeah, you're right. Didn't you say this was the first time here? Pearlie did it!
Apparently the girl was in the staff corridor earlier this morning. That's why the detective was questioning her.
Food prep room, right, that's where Marlin works. The nap room. What was Pearls doing on the staff corridor? I don't know. I thought she was Marlin's friend or something. Staff corridor, huh? Something about that doesn't sit well with me. Okay, update. Nice.
Well, if it bothers you, why don't we just ask her about it?
Yeah, good idea. Let's go catch up with her. That adds that with a food prep room and a nap room. Have we got anything new? The oral age question. Sure makes a lot of noise, but appears to be on the side of justice. So Aura is a real name. People like to call her Orla. She likes to wear hats. Ship shape was found down in the Orca pool. Norma de Plume, an aquarium visitor. She seems to know something about what happened. Marlon Rhymes, Ship Aquarium is a new animal keeper. He loves animals as much as he loves rapping. Penguin that always shoots straight at her mark. She seems to love the smell of fish. Favorite and training, psychic powers are beyond questioning. Weirdly, smells of fish. Oh, my chat is broken once again. Let me fix that. Oh, I've been missing quite a few chat messages. My bad. Sorry. The accused Pearls is more emotionally mature than Athena. Oh, absolutely. Pearls has always been remarkably emotionally mature. Probably due to Morgan raising her, but that also led to her having a very stunted childhood. Though I'm guessing it's probably leveled out a little bit since Morgan has been in jail all this time. Because of Boomerang in the future as a turning game, Phoenix could defend a literal devil. Fucking Kristoff! We already have a devil. Please don't give the writers ideas. Man or demon, all are equal under the law. Phoenix and MC3 when facing off against Firebrand. But I would be surprised if A7 takes place in space and the universe explodes. Yes, trial. Hey, you know what? Phoenix having a trial. It's like, okay, so you know how in Record of Ragnarok, the whole thing is like the gods want to destroy humanity, so but they want to sort of give them a fighting chance. So they sort of have a competition where, like, I think it's like 9 gods will face off against 9 humans, and whoever wins the tournament, if humanity wins the tournament, they don't get exterminated. In this version, God will, as in like capital G God, will try to destroy the universe, because he's bored of it. And Phoenix Wright will have to fucking argue in court to prove to God that humans have meaning. Jesus will be the prosecution. Phoenix would totally work in Judgment Day trial to defend the worst sinner. Phoenix Wright, God of War crossover. Looks like Mr. Rhymes, he has to defend Kratos. Looks like Mr. Rhymes and Pearls are talking. Ahoy! Bay's small fry was so clutch with the assist. Rhymes and rifle reunion, a tale ending in bliss. Now animal keepers rhymes ain't gonna get cut. Mad prop, small fry, this case is now shut. Yo, 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 ho, ho!
It was my pleasure. See you again sometime, Rifle.
Okay, let's go, Rifle. See you, Small Fry.
Oh, Mr. Nick?
I'm sure the writers think of something more stupid, weirder, and suspenseful than that somehow. I hope there's new resurgence in Ace Attorney's popularity thanks to the release of the trilogy and the release of the Investigations duology next. I hope we can. I hope Capcom decides to actually make a Ace Attorney 7 with Shu Takumi returning would be so fucking good.
Oh, Mr. Nick, I didn't see you there.
Presented everything to you already.
Hey, Pearly, you and Mr. Rhymes seem to be really good friends.
Can you tell us more about your relationship?
Well,
Oh, god damn it. Pearls, what do I see, a psyche lock?
I'm sorry, Mr. Nick, and I really shouldn't talk about it.
I think Pearls is in love. I don't really feel right about digging into Pearl's affairs. But she was here at the aquarium at the time of the incident. Whatever she's hiding could help us in court. Sorry, Pearls, but I'll have to use my Magatama on you.
Take that!
Have a taste of your own spiritual power here. Gonna see Phoenix defending an AI? I guess that could work. I don't want Shu Takumi back in the main series. I don't think he would want to return either. He's better than Yamazaki and want someone new and critical of the series. Well, the thing is, like, it's hard to just bring someone new in, right? Yamazaki, obviously, he worked with Takumi on before. So, I don't know. I feel like it'd be hard to, like, find someone who could do the series justice. Psyche lock. Unlock on a person's heart that only I can see. Because, like, obviously, Yamazaki was given the Investigations game as spin-offs before he got to make mainline games, if I remember correctly. The deeper the secret is hidden, the more locks there will be. Pearls only has one lock, so I should be able to undo it fairly easily. If I make a mistake, I'll be locked in a loop and won't be able to move forward. Okay, time to give it a try. Station of Rhymes. Pearls, you have to tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes.
Relationship? There's no relationship between Mr. Marlin and me.
So yeah, if she was hanging out with him in the food prep room, that would explain why she smells of fish.
We're just visitors to the aquarium, and an animal keeper at the aquarium, that's all.
But there are areas where ordinary visitors to the aquarium don't get to go. You were here before the incident occurred, weren't you? In the food prep room.
You have proof I was there?
Proof? No, I can't say that I do. But I can, oh. I mean, I do. You literally smell like fish! You reek of fish!
That's right. How did you know?
Someone told me you were there.
I got confused and went the wrong way. I didn't know it was a corridor just for the staff. But that's all it was, Mr. Nick. I don't have anything to do with Mr. Marlin.
Sounds reasonable. I guess I better move on to my next topic. Actually, there's something else I've been wondering about, Pearls. Why do you smell like fish?
Fish? What makes you think I smell like fish?
Well, there's a certain someone who convinced me it wasn't my imagination. Rifle!
Take that!
Rifle?
She's apparently very attracted to the smell of fish. Rifle didn't want anything to do with Athena, even though she had a bunch of fish. Well, why then was Rifle so attracted to you, Pearls?
I don't know.
Looks like she's still not ready to talk about it. You got an object with you that smells fishy, too. In fact, I think this has something to do with your secret. Calendar.
Take that!
Fishy smelling calendar has something to do with your secret, doesn't it, Pearls?
I can't lie to you, Mr. Nick.
Not when I have my fucking fully charged Magatama. Athena has 0 charisma. Yeah. There's only one lock, but it sure took some work. I want someone that thinks about the series like the storytellers. Apologize to take over the series because his opinions are very similar to my opinion on the series. I'll have to check that person out. Tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes. Honestly, the one thing I want above everything else for Ace Attorney 7 is for it to be an actual Athena focused game. Because she got done so dirty by her debut game, it's not even funny. Like, I think Athena Sykes Ace Attorney is probably the that is, I think, the best outcome for an Ace Attorney 7. Just tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes. And hell, have Phoenix back to being a hobo, I don't care.
I became distracted by the gift shop almost as soon as we got to the aquarium. Before I knew it, everyone else had moved on and I got lost. I was so embarrassed to be lost at my age.
Oh, Pearls. I know big crowded places are hard for you.
I sort of panicked and went to the wrong corridor.
Ah.
I ended up in the food prep room, and that's where I met Mr. Marlin. I really startled him when I called out to him. He jumped so much he startled me too, and I lost my balance and fell down.
Covered in fish.
Oh, Mr. Nick, I spilled so many fish all over the floor.
I guess that explains why you smell fishy. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, and my calendar fell off my bag and got buried in all the fish too.
It doesn't explain why Pearls wanted to keep it a secret. You know, the most of Ace Attorney videos, but we made a second channel to talk about Ace Attorney. Interesting. The Mason system. Why'd you want to hide your meeting with Mr. Rhymes?
Well, I didn't want to get him in trouble over feed sanitation regulations because of me. And Mr. Marlin said he didn't want anyone to know he was in the food prep room.
Why not? What was he doing in there?
Before I spoke to him, he was staring at a calendar. But because of me, he dropped his calendar too. He had to search for it among the fish. Wait a minute. This calendar of yours already has writing on it. It does? I didn't write anything in it yet.
Ah, we have the wrong calendar. Let's take a look a bit more in depth in here.
There's something written here under today's date. Meet the captain at the Orca pool at 7 a.m.
Well, boys, it looks like we found our new prime suspect. And yeah, 7 a.m. If the murder took place at 7 a.m., then this security footage is fucking worthless.
Maybe my calendar and Mr. Marlin's got mixed up.
Pearls, about what time did you run into Mr. Rhymes?
I think it was about 10:15 when he had the info desk announce that I was lost. So I must have first gone into the prep room at about 10:10.
So right after this happened. Okay. Let's see. Do you mind if I hang on to this calendar for a while? Be a clue to the victim's movements before he was killed.
Alright, but be sure to give it back to Mr. Marlin later, okay?
As long as he's not in jail for murder.
Good. Anyway, I'm ready to remove Mr. Plume's psyche locks too. Page 20, meet the captain at the Orca pool at 7 a.m. Interesting. And just to confirm, you didn't tell me what time... Oh, she's not here. What to do?
Checking the scene is important, but we can't forget to question people too. We need to get some insight on what people are feeling.
We should give the scene another look too, though. I missed something.
Of course, that's one of the basic rules of investigating. The lawyer always returns to the scene of the investigation.
Wasn't that the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime? Yeah, same thing.
Sure, a lot of interesting characters at Chip Shape Aquarium.
I'll say, like a wild pirate ship.
I guess they really wanted to give the place an authentic piratey flavor. Like the sea bottom aqua tunnel and the exploration corner where pirates gather. Let's have some fun, me hearties. Takes, Widget, you scare me.
Well, let's save the pirate stuff for after the investigation, shall we? Alright, well, let's get to talk. Oh, is she gone? Oh no, she's here.
You people again. You're becoming quite the nuisance. I'm the veteran. If the veterinarian won't come out, then I might just have to give up and leave. Veterinarian? Oh, is that the Dr. Crab Mr. Rhymes was talking about? You are correct. He likes to shut himself up in the back room there and won't come out. but I don't think he's even in there today, so I'm about ready to go home.
Sure seems to know a lot about the workings of this aquarium. Maybe a little something about the incident this morning, too.
Mr. Wright, there's no time to be standing there thinking to yourself. It's time to put your psychedelic clock skills to work and uncover the secret. That's Psyche locks, Athena. Psyche locks.
Right.
Take that!
Why you're here. Mr. Plume, I want you to tell me the secret you're hiding.
I'll do nothing of the sort. That would mean breaking my promise.
I don't know who you made this promise to, but you will tell me. You're not an aquarium employee, and yet here you are, after the place is closed. That must mean you're connected to the incident involving the owner somehow.
Oh, I don't know anything about that incident involving the owner.
No, I think you do. I have a piece of evidence here that says you do know something.
Take that!
Security footage. According to Detective Fulbright, this shows the orca attacking the victim. The person in this footage is wearing an outfit just like yours, Mr. Plume.
Oh, I suppose there is no hiding this bombshell figure, is there? Yes, it is,
And I think I can guess why you're here at the aquarium. You aren't simply a visitor to the aquarium. What you really are is... Investigator, witness the murder, shipshape employee. Well, I know she's a witness to the murder. You're a visitor who also happened to witness the death of the owner, Jack Shipley.
That is correct. Oh, I want to say it, but I promise the police.
Well, it's not good for you to keep things inside, you know? I'm sure you'll feel much better once you get it all out.
I give up. I'll tell you everything.
Well, that was easy. Not very strong-willed, are you? And if she wanted to tell me this badly, why couldn't she have just done so from the top?
I think anyone would agree that I held it in for as long as I could, but I couldn't be expected to withstand this commoner's badgering any longer.
Please calm yourself, Mr. Plume.
And that's top-class badgering to you.
Ace badgering.
You are correct. I witnessed the killer's whale crime with my own eyes. You got a problem with that, Blue Boy? Boss, Mr. Plume's anger is so powerful. Even I feel like I'm about to explode. You have to do something quick. Please don't explode on me.
Could you start with telling me what you saw?
I witnessed the very moment the killer whale attacked the victim. I told the police what I saw as well. I'm the sort of person who simply can't rest until the truth is known.
Huh. Both Mr. Plume's statements and the footage point to Orla's guilt.
Pardon me, but you seem pretty pleased that you witnessed this incident. But pleased? Shame on you. Are you implying that I'm happy about the innocent man's death? No, of course not. I just don't get the sense that you were afraid of Orla. It's more like you were interested in her. Are you? Oh, I wasn't sure, but I was thinking that maybe perhaps one of my fans. Is that how you knew? But I am the non-fiction writer Norma de Plume. Oh, that Norma de Plume?
So, big fan, huh?
No, I've never even heard of her. Well, now that you've figured me out, there's no sense in trying to hide who I am, I suppose. Talking to fans is part of our writer's duty, after all. Oh. But I'm not a fan, I tell you.
Non-fiction writer. So, what exactly have you written, Mr. Plume?
Oh my, you mean to say you truly aren't familiar with my work? I write the truth. I take great pride in my craft, you know. I've been gathering information on Orla, the killer whale, for a year now. I've been very worried about Orla's violent tendencies. And today my concern was proven to be well justified. Orla isn't violent, she's a sweet and gentle soul.
Oh, the moment you let your guard down with that killer whale, chomp.
Ship Aquarium has always denied the killer whale's violent streak, but it has been rumored to attack people.
Rumors are just rumors. They aren't necessarily true. God, she's setting this like fucking lot of heart all over again. Yes, I realize that, but I only write the truth. That is why I questioned the owner directly. But he refused to allow my research. He even had the audacity to say to me, "You're nothing but a nuisance, coming here day after day. Don't ever come back again." Sounds like her research was a bit too much to take. And like she had a motive for the murder.
But then, how did you get in here if you've been blacklisted?
I have my methods. Oh, this lady is shameless.
We won't let you speak badly of Orla. We're going to defend her.
I'm only stating what I saw with my very own eyes. I came to the aquarium today to observe the killer whale. What do you think about the orca being the defendant? It's very Ace Attorney. I'll give it that. Interesting because it's a defendant that can basically not speak for herself. So we gotta sort of figure out the case without the defendant being able to tell us anything, like, you know, which is certainly interesting. But on my way to that thing's tank, I heard its cries. Ooh.
You can hear Orla from the visitor corridor?
There are speakers there in the corridor up near the ceiling. Speakers, right, and this walkie-talkie can be used to broadcast to any of the speakers in the aquarium. Very intriguing.
Apparently that speaker's there so visitors can hear the killer whale's sounds.
In any case, as I approached the killer whale's tank, I heard its cries. And when I arrived, I saw something terrifying. So the killer used the walkie-talkie to lure visitors to see the aquarium when they somehow made it seem like the orca had attacked the captain in order to create a witness. Interesting. What did you see?
Killer whale stealing the swashbuckler spectacular hat the owner was wearing.
Which then means, yeah, the killer must be an aquarium employee.
And then the moment it bit him and shook him mercilessly to death with his jaws.
There is a rip on his, yeah, there's a rip on the left side of it, but there's no blood. The only blood is on the back of his head. If he got fucking torn to shreds by an orca, there would have been a lot more blood on the left side of his body, right? I suppose we'll need to see the autopsy report to know for sure. I don't know about the bruise on his right hand.
What?
Orla bit the owner to death.
And justice we trust. So, I take it Mr. Plume's just finished telling you what she saw?
Oh, Bobby, I didn't hear you walk in. Almost as if you were some kind of phantom. Detective Fulbright, I guess you heard it too.
Yep, but we took a statement earlier. As you heard, I'm afraid the accidental death is really the only thing it could be.
Yes, and a dangerous creature like that cannot be allowed to harm anyone ever again.
But she's not dangerous.
Sorry, but the prosecutor's office said the case didn't have enough merit to go on trial. There's one prosecutor, though, who expressed interest in the case.
Really? And can we have that prosecutor take a look at the investigation reports?
Unfortunately, I doubt he'd take action without evidence of the homicide. Look, I understand how you feel, Mr. Lawyer, but maybe you should just give up on this one.
Not a chance. We'll just re-examine the crime scene and strengthen our case.
Well, if that's your version of justice, I won't stop you.
We won't rest until we find proof it wasn't accidental death, Detective. You'll see. Let's go, Mr. Wright. Time to check out the crime scene one more time.
Yeah, so this is, again, another kind of issue with this case. It's that, so in Turnabout for Tomorrow, when we run into Bobby in the corridor to the launch pad, and Bobby is, like, super cooperative, Phoenix is like, well, this is not the, Bobby Fulbright I know, obviously implying that him and Bobby had met before, But like in this case, he's being incredibly cooperative. So like that doesn't really make much sense if this is the first time Phoenix and Bobby met. But like this is in fact the first time Phoenix and Bobby met, which is kind of weird because it makes that line make not a lot of sense, you know?
All right then, let's start the re-examination pronto. I'm gonna go check out the mess in the back one more time.
Dana, wait, no running.
Ah!
Idiot. Are you okay? It didn't even look like she tripped, but... Oh. I slipped. Huh? Orla, what is it, girl?
Athena! She grabs into all the stuff behind her!
Oh no! Well, you did say you wanted to play volleyball with her. That's what you get for being a fierce lobster or whatever.
I tried to get out of the way, but all I did was slip and fall again.
That was a pretty amazing wipeout. Are you hurt?
Okay. Why did Orla spike the ball at me?
Probably that's what standing in that circle gets her to do that.
After all the fish I gave her, I thought she liked me.
Maybe she thought you were the main entree?
Very funny, boss.
In any case, let's give the ball back to Orla. Oh, new stuff here. Looks like everything got shifted around when I fell on it. Yeah, you're right. There are things now they couldn't see before. Like another ball? I guess Orla really likes them.
Look, there's something new by the outline of the body, too.
Take a look around. Yeah, bloody doubloon. There we go. We got that.
Hey, look at this mark on the floor. What do you suppose it is? That's where we stand when we have to play volleyball with Orla.
Volleyball, huh?
Yeah? If you stand there, she'll spike the ball right at us. So when Orla spiked the ball at me earlier, that was one of her tricks. It doesn't mean she hates me. Ah, she wanted to play with you. She loves volleyball. She used to play with the captain all the time. Oh, Sasha looks so sad. Okay, time to snap out of it. This is no time to get all dejected and mopey like a blobfish. That's right. Time to put on a smile and stay strong, right?
What's a blobfish? Do I not want to know? You probably don't. They're disgusting. We have a bloody doubloon. Is this a coin?
Mr. Right, there's blood on it.
Yeah. But interestingly, there's no blood on any of these. Nor is there significant blood on the bodies. Where did that come from? You're right, but it's dried.
Think it could be the victims? What was it doing all the way over here in the first place?
I'm not sure, but now that we found blood outside the pool, it just might help us prove there's more to this case than just accidental death.
Hey, you're right. Orla certainly can't leave the pool after all.
Cool, cool. Speaking of coins, take a look at this. There's a few coins around the body here, too.
You're right, boss, but where did they go? There aren't here anymore. I don't think somebody picked them up, do you?
So we just found that giant octopus's prop's missing leg.
Wow, I bet you could get a whole lot of carpaccio from a giant leg like that. Oh, let's go to the ocean and try to catch a giant octopus of our own.
Yeah, but if we tried to catch one, how are you planning to slice it up?
Kind problem. That's what man invented chainsaws for.
I've never seen anyone so hell-bent on chomping down some giant octopus. Oh, I doubt we could catch one that big anywhere near the shore anyways.
The more roadblocks you throw up, the more I want to do it, you know?
Picked up all the coins but the bloody one. Well, it was supposedly like hidden under the boxes. I guess it just doesn't look very thoroughly.
Ah, can't wait to get started.
It would appear that Operation Discourage Insanity has backfired. Yeah, what's this doll?
Oh no, that child is hurt!
What? Call an ambulance! Hey, it's just a dummy. And that looks like bite marks, so yeah, that's probably what, yeah, that's probably what, I'm guessing that's what Norma saw get bitten, so I'm guessing, so the killer, okay, so in order to set this up, the killer would have had to throw the doll into the water, then use the walkie-talkie to get a visitor to come see the whale, then use the whistle and know the right command to get Orca to bite the wooden doll, then afterwards, get the doll out of the water and hide it. Yeah, I don't think it could have been, Marlon, because we know he has an alibi while this whole thing was happening. He was with Pearl, in the food prep room. So it probably, so I don't, Marlo could not have done everything while he was there.
It is? Oh, I mean, of course it is. It's just testing your response to an emergency.
What about the blood in the footage? The blood could easily be from the blood could have easily been from some kind of feed. Like not necessarily, but like if you know, could have. We don't really have a source for that, but it's clearly not the victim because it physically can't be the victim because the victim has almost no blood on him. So there must be an external source of blood, like yeah. Oh, I guess I just found out that you don't bluff well under pressure.
I guess I'll just have to keep practicing then. I wonder what the dummy is for anyways. Oh, that? Use it to train Orla. It's smaller than a human, but it does the job. Some of our tricks can be pretty dangerous, so Orla practices them on the dummy first.
Yeah, the tricks. Those bite marks look pretty dangerous. Hey, Sasha, would you happen to know anything about this coin?
Oh, I guess I missed one. I just finished cleaning up the rest of them.
You picked up all the coins already.
That's right. After the police finished their investigation, they gave me the go-ahead. I haven't found them all yet, though. I'm still missing a few.
So maybe it's something they put in the dummy? Yeah, exactly. But in the footage, though... Yeah, it could be coming from anywhere in here. We don't know if the dummy is hollow or anything. Or it could... Whatever's happening here is sort of being blocked by this object. The killer could have also known that if they put, like, to release blood, something that could release blood behind this rock, it wouldn't be caught in the camera, so...
Are there any beside the pool? Maybe they're in the pool. Let's go to that ladder over there and take a peek at the bottom of the pool, boss.
Alright, let's go swimming! Fuck, hold on. Can't see anything from here. Let's just... hold on, once we get in the water, I'll do it. Oh yeah, those are the balloons, alright. Look, I think I see something on the bottom of the pool.
I knew it. Wanna go down and check?
You can't jump in dressed like that. You'll drown under the weight of your clothes.
I won't. I'm a pretty good swimmer, you know?
Be that as it may, the pool's really deep. I doubt you can hold your breath that long. Maybe Sasha can?
Phoenix, look at all these coins I found at the bottom.
Hold on. Something very, we need something for this. Give me a second. That. One of you, there we go! Swimming, anyone? Thanks, Sasha. I don't even more of them down there. Fucking Chief Gant burst through the door. Rhino! Been swimming much lately? How the fuck did you get out of prison?
Yeah, we seem to be finding them all over. I wonder how many there were there all together. Including the one I put away. 300 of them. They're for the show.
Sounds like they'd be heavy.
About 7 pounds, I'd say. A little lighter than a stringfish. Yeah, I'd better go put these coins away where they belong. So 7 pounds of coins scattered around the scene. One of them with blood on it. Yeah, why only one?
That's the question.
They had to be related to the case.
I wonder how the blood got on that one coin. Wait a minute. Could it be? Remember how Detective Fulbright said they couldn't find the murder weapon? Well, what if these coins were the weapon? That's a good point. If they were all stuffed in like a sock or something, or like a bag, they could definitely be used to bash someone over the head with.
Huh? How could a little coin kill a grown man?
Well, one coin by itself isn't much of a threat, but 300 coins together could definitely be used as a weapon. All you had to do is put them in a bag. Put 7 pints of coins in a bag and swung it at somebody. It would make a pretty formidable blunt instrument, wouldn't it? Saying how blood got on this coin.
Now I get it. If the bag of coins is the weapon, then we can use it to prove Orla's innocence.
Cool. I don't see anything resembling a coin bag around here.
Maybe the killer took it with them.
Yeah, it'd certainly make it look like Orla did it if they did.
You know what I think, Mr. Wright? The bloody coin alone should be enough to prove this might have been a murder.
I agree. That shows the possibility of a human killer rather than Orla.
Yes, that's just what we need. Let's go show this coin to Detective Fulbright and Mr. Plume right away.
Good idea. Let's hope they're still at the pub Danger.
Ah, you're back! So, did you find anything?
Of course he didn't.
Remember, even if you don't succeed, it's the effort you make that's important.
You're gonna get shot in the head.
What?
Trying to console me?
Let's show them some evidence we found. The one that points to a human culprit.
Right, because we won't let Orla be put down. Anything new here? No. Okay. Let's take a look at this blood-stained coin.
Cease and desist at once! What kind of man shows a lady blood?
Ah, she doesn't have to get so worked up.
What are you terrorizing this lady with? Come on now, let me see it.
We found this coin besides the Orca pool.
I did see a large number of coins besides the pool, but not one with blood on it.
You just learned that there's 300 of them, weighing about 7 pounds in total. Now, what do you suppose would happen if a person was assaulted with that many coins?
What? So you're saying the coins might have been used as some kind of blunt weapon?
If the blood belongs to the victim, then yeah, it's entirely possible.
I wouldn't call it decisive proof the real culprit is human.
You wouldn't? Why not?
Because there'd have to be something to put the coins in to make it into a weapon. Not that something, it's just not going to be enough to pass muster. And I will say that your theory does seem to warrant further investigation. I called the prosecutor's office and asked to investigate for a possible criminal angle.
You will? Oh, thank you very much.
I really hope Detective Fulbright can convince them.
Best detective in the series?
You won't believe the answer I got when I explained your passion for the case of the police investigation. They said the prosecutor I mentioned earlier would be willing to take this to court.
It's probably blackmail. That mean a new suspect has emerged?
No, I'm afraid not. To be frank, Prosecutor Blackwell said he just wants to prove that Orca's guilty. God.
Blackwell's just like, well, yeah, it's either that or stay in this cell for for all day, so fuck it, might as well do a trial.
What? It's Prosecutor Blackpool that wants to prosecute Orla?
That's fine, Detective. Thanks for arranging this for us.
Well, I must say, you're taking this right over.
Defending Orla in court was my idea from the start. Then I'll do whatever it takes to save her.
In that case, I'll do whatever I can as well to see that justice is served. Well, Mr. Plume, will you be a witness for the prosecution?
A trial for a killer whale? I've never heard of such recklessness before in my life. But I will reveal the truth about this killer whale and then write all about it.
Sounds like a plan. Now, if you'll just come along with me, we have to prepare for tomorrow, and I still have to arrange for an autopsy.
Oh, I look forward to tomorrow. Until then, blue lawyer and yellow fan.
Oh, she's upgraded to her job description. Nice. Even if Athena's is wrong.
I'm not a fan!
Well, at least we managed to get the case to go to trial. How in the world do we defend an orca in court anyways? To be honest, I'm not really sure myself.
Plus, Mr. Bloom said Orla bit the victim. This trial sure isn't gonna be easy. But I love a challenge.
We ought to be just fine. Let's go over to the Swashbuckler Spectacular you were watching this morning.
Yeah, we can have a formal viewing back at the office.
There's nothing decisive against Orla in security tape, but that doesn't mean much. I just have to find a more concrete way to save Orla in tomorrow's trial or else. Alright. To be continued. Claim day one, trial one. Alright. And I think we're gonna leave it there for today. It's been 3 hours. I think that's a decent length. Just carrying Orla. Oh yeah, how the fuck is she gonna make it to court? What the hell? But yeah, we're gonna leave it off here for today. I think 3 hours is a decent amount of time. And then yeah, I don't want to. How is this case so far? I'm enjoying this case so far. I like the characters. I'm intrigued by the mystery. There's definitely some good possibilities that are being set up here. Yeah, obviously my main issue is just playing as Phoenix. That's it. Also, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I got hold on 1 second. The fucking Blue Badger plushie! Look at him! Isn't he the stuff of nightmares? And wait. He makes the noise! He plays the theme! Oh, he's so good. I've been wanting to get this plushie for a while, and I finally went ahead and got it. Can't wait to call Orla to the stand. Yeah, that's gonna be wild. But yeah, we're gonna leave this off here for now. We'll be playing some. Yeah, we'll probably playing some Chrono Trigger tomorrow. This case, we'll probably continue this case like Tuesday or Wednesday, if I had to guess. So yeah, I will see you all then. Thanks for watching.